Good afternoon and welcome to this AACS 15 Sports presentation of high school baseball. We're also simulcasting on 1320 WARA and WARAradio.com. But wait, there's more. The WARA YouTube channel as well. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Brian Barry?
Yep.
Yes. Behind the plate today.
Yeah, I'm behind the plate today.
I'm deep. I'm perceptive. I see things. I'm Paul Healy.
The chest protector, Paul gave it away.
Yeah, and the mask. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan as we get ready for the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers to take on the Milford Scarlet Hawks. Milford 2-0 on the season, 13 runs scored, only 4 allowed. Attleboro off to a rough start, 0-3. They've scored 5 runs. They've allowed 24. And Kevin, I'm going to punch myself for saying something like this early in the season, or asking this question. Is this a must-win game for the Bombardiers?
I mean, you hate to say this in April, before April vacation, no less, prior to Easter, but you're going back to the old playoff rules, I believe, 500 or better to make the playoffs, and dare I say, I agree. I think it's as must-win of a game, not that you can't turn a season around at any point.
Yep.
My own high school team was 0-3 and finished 11-5 and made the playoffs. Things can happen. Attleboro has played some tough teams in North Attleboro. They're going to be good. Franklin's always good. OA was probably a winnable game. But yes, I'll boil all those words down to one word. Yes, this is must win.
For the Bombardiers, it's going to be Billy Saltmarsh on the mound. Tell us about Bill.
He's a fine pitcher. He comes in. He does have right now a 5.25 ERA. However, he has thrown 4 innings. He's only given up 1 hit. He has 8 strikeouts on the season. The problem so far, early, with Billy is the 5 walks that he's thrown in his 4 innings, which has been consistent with the Attleboro pitching staff this year to start the year. Walks have done them in. They have more walks than innings pitched as a team.
And as Casey Stengel used to say, walks will kill you. Just like that, folks.
And he's right. Parker Sackett gave some great innings in relief the other day against North Attleboro. Limited the walks. Billy gave Attleboro an inning of relief the other day. Looked pretty good doing it in 20 pitches.
And you were surprised he came out of the game early, and it's one of the few times I've seen something you haven't, where I said it might be pitch count. They're saving him for the next game, and son of a gun, they are.
Yeah, as soon as you mentioned it, it's like the old getting hit with with the frying pan, like you get with by Carol. But oh my God, exactly.
There it is.
Can't believe I didn't think of that. Yeah, 20 pitches makes you eligible for all games. It's basically the bullpen session, your side session. Came in through 20 pitches and did well. Billy throws the fastball. His next pitch is a splitter that acts like kind of like a slider. It's not your traditional 12-6 curve, which he will feature here and there, but he's gonna look for a fastball and a splitter. If he's off, he'll be riding high.
Okay.
So look for that if he's starting to miss with walks.
Which was the opposite with Tyler Dunley last Friday. When he was missing low.
Missing very low.
For the Bombardiers, they're starting 7 seniors today. Ben Hawkwater is going to start in right field and lead off. Owen Tabor is going to play shortstop as Evan Hoole is still on the disabled list. Danny Johnson, a junior, is going to play left field. Senior Christian Dane will DH and hit 4th. Jamie Block is starting at first base and hitting 5th. Kane or Cian? Cian. Kelleher, I hope his grandparents are listening in Ireland, where it's nighttime over there.
You know his dad's listening online. He can't make the game today. Hello, Dennis.
Cian Kelleher is going to play second base and hit 6th. Billy Saltmarsh is going to pitch and hit 7th. Cooper Johnson is going to play third base and hit 8th. Nate George is going to be in center field and hit 9th. He was leadoff last Friday. Aiden Hawkwater, the junior, will be behind the plate catching for Milford. First 3 batters in the lineup are sophomores, and they all started as freshmen. Sean Mcgee, the sophomore second baseman, leads off. Damian Carter, the sophomore shortstop, hits 2nd. Keith Lee, football player, sophomore catcher, hits 3rd. Cleanup hitter is Evan Cornelius, starting quarterback and defensive end on the football team. And yes, in the fall of '75, I was clipped by his father.
No kidding.
Yes.
Really?
In the only loss Milford had that season.
The only other clip story I heard from you is the Howie Long.
Clipping. Alex McCall, the senior, will DH. He's heading to Wesleyan to play football because he couldn't get into Bridgewater State. Batting 6th will be Ian Carter at third base, a freshman.
Not bad. In the 6-hole.
And again, we talked about it when I was a freshman. I was 4'11", 91 pounds. How come none of the girls take me seriously? starting a varsity sport wasn't happening. Batting 7th, speaking of outstanding multi-sport athletes, Tyler Lane, the senior right fielder. He's going to Bentley to play football. And if you know how Tyler DiMatteo plays the game, from North Attleboro, that's kind of the way Tyler Lane does.
Must run in the name.
Yes, Tyler's a fullback and outstanding linebacker. Batting 8th is Cole Forrest, a senior left fielder. Hitting 9th is number 22, Grant Scudo, a sophomore senior center fielder.
You had to make that little change. I gave you the
exactly.
wrong information.
And his older brother's at UMass Amherst, where he's a preferred walk-on of the football team.
Nice to go along with Attleboro's own Qualim Charles and Jason Weir.
Yes. Tyler, I should have asked, is it Calden or Caldone? Is the junior starting pitcher? Tell us what little you know about him, Kevin.
The little bit I know, he pitched against, hold on, I have it right here, and he got 9 strikeouts in the win against Sharon, 8-1 win against Sharon. I believe that was his only start. 9 strikeouts, always good. I believe, I don't know if it was a complete game, but to pitch, to get 9 strikeouts, you pitched a while.
Milford is coached by Alex Dion, who played at Westboro High School with my nephew, my brother Michael's son, Anthony.
Oh, nice.
Played Westboro there and also played at Western New England. And, of course, Attleboro coached by Steve Dunley in his 4th year, 3rd season. And we learned something new about Steve Dunley we'll tell you about. Billy Saltmarsh, the lanky right-hander, winds up. Strike on the inside half of the plate.
We mentioned this a lot. First pitch strikes has been a bugaboo, if you will.
Yes.
Attleboro up to 40% on their first pitch strikes as a team. You want to be about 65%.
Yeah. Little bit low, stopped by Hawkwater, the catcher. 1-1 defensively for the Bombardiers. Cooper Johnson at 3rd. Tabor is at shortstop today. Kelleher at 2nd. Block at 1st. Danny Johnson, George, and Ben Hawkwater left to right in the outfield. Aiden Hawkwater behind the plate.
We should do our little mea culpa on Billy Saltmarsh right after this pitch.
Yeah. Saltmarsh winds. High strike outside corner, 1-2.
We were wondering why we didn't see Billy as a sophomore, because we mentioned how we called this first game. And
first start last year.
Oh, why didn't we see him as a sophomore? Well, you know, the season was wiped out because of COVID. That's it. Forgot all about it.
Curveball misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good idea going after Mcgee. Mcgee did have 2 hits versus Canton with an RBI and a 5-3 win over Canton.
And a run scored, yeah.
That's right.
Pops that one way up in the sky. Hawkwater goes back, but that's foul. Woo! One of the fans covers his head, never saw the ball, but it landed safely behind him. Count remains 2-2.
Risking breaking his hand instead of his head.
Well, coach used to worry when I played if the ball hit me in the head that it could warp the ball.
Knock some sense into you, but
good luck with that. The right-hander, Saltmarsh, winds up. High, 3-2. Good eye by Sean Mcgee, the sophomore, starting at 2nd base.
Looked like that might have been one of his sliders that he was attempting there, just missing high. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Already, coaches like that, when the lead-off batter can see at least 6, 7, 8 pitches.
Low, ball 4. The unfortunate trend continues for the Bombardiers.
Up steps Damian Carter, like you said, Paul, another sophomore.
Yeah.
So imagine with the younger lineup, though experienced a bit from last year, look for North Attleboro to play a little bit of small. Sorry,
Milford.
Milford.
Same uniforms.
Same uniforms to play a little bit of small ball against Attleboro. Third baseman creeps in, anticipating the bunt for Attleboro.
Big lead, breaking ball, misses low and inside. 1-0 to Damien Carter. And I wonder if Ian Carter's his younger brother, the freshman starting at 3rd.
Let's go with yes.
Saltmarsh looks. High fly ball to center field. Back goes Nate George, still going back, makes the catch as the wind is blowing from the west today, which means it's blowing out. That is a long out for Damien Carter. 1 out, 1 on.
Interesting approach by Nate George as he did what a lot of coaches advise not to. He backpedaled the
Yes.
whole way. Nate George is a very fast and probably the best defensive outfielder on the team, and a senior. He looked very comfortable backpedaling.
You could say he be styling.
You could say that.
Sorry, I did.
I choose not to, but you could.
Number 3 batter, Keith Lee, a sophomore. He's the catcher. And you know what he's built like? Catcher.
You brought up a DiMatteo earlier. It looks like he's got the Zach DiMatteo build.
Yes.
That bulldog,
Exactly.
fullback. Did you say he was the fullback? Keith Lee? Was he one of the football players?
Tyler Lane. Well, yeah, he was a football player as well, but Tyler Lane was a fullback linebacker.
Oh, okay.
But you're absolutely right.
He's got that fullback look to him.
Saltmarsh to the stretch. Breaking ball is low.
That's the first pitch, right? 1-0. Third baseman Cooper Johnson now even with the bag, not expecting any sort of small ball with the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Attleboro looking to turn a double play, and that's how their defense is positioned. Block pulls the runner on first. Moderate lead for Mcgee at first base. Going.
He's going, and the pitch was high, fouled back by Keith Lee. That was a hit and run situation.
Yeah.
So it's 1-1. I don't think Lee normally swings at that, Kevin.
I don't think anybody swings at that unless it's a hit and run on or a suicide squeeze.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't see the coach looking all disgusted that he swung at that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing swinging at that pitch? So, yeah, that's not hit and run play.
Milford, a long, long tradition of outstanding high school basketball back into the 40s and the 50s, for crying out loud. Runner's not going. That's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Keith Lee. Pheno Field, their home games are played, was first baseball game, high school game I ever saw under the lights. Way back in the 60s, they were playing under the lights. The only team around who did that.
Nice field, home of Attleboro beating the Owen Keller playoff game again at Pheno Field.
Yes.
that we did. Yep. And I'm drawing a blank on who they beat. Oh my God, Portsmouth?
Huh.
Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
Big lead. Oh, there's a shot right over the shortstop's head. Will it get into the gap? No. George cuts it off with his speed, and the runners have to hold at second and first because Keith Lee, Kevin, hit that ball too darn hard.
Yeah, no, he crushed that ball. Saltmarsh left it up a little bit. If he wanted to go high, he didn't go as high as he wanted to.
Yeah.
And if he was looking to bring it down, did not bring it down enough. It was a letter-high fastball, 1 and 2, and that's what your number 3 hitter does in a lineup. Your 3 hitter is traditionally one of your best hitters, if not the best hitter on the team. Yeah. Right now they have pinch running number 18, and actually I don't have it number 18.
Right here.
Oh, you have a new lineup?
Billy's. Oh no, that's theirs.
That's Attleboro's. I don't have.
Wow, we don't have an 18. Huh. Oh no, we don't have an 18. So that's Ed Shablotnik, as far as you know, pinch running.
I'll see if we can get a name maybe a little bit later on.
Speaking of multi-sports athletes, this is Evan Cornelius, the junior first baseman. 6'3", 6'4", strong as an ox. Called strike on the outside edge, 0-1. His father was the bookend defensive end in '75 with Howie Long. Howie Long went to Villanova. Evan's father, Pat Cornelius, went to Maryland.
Too good for
play football. Yeah. Billy Saltmarsh looks in.
Johnson a step back behind third base now as time is called.
I feel bad. Coach Dion of Milford was asking me about Billy Saltmarsh as a pitcher, and I mentioned that, well, you like this, he works fast. That hasn't been the case so far today.
You jinxed it.
Yeah. Inside, 1-1. No, when Evan's father, Pat, was in high school, again, he was one defensive end who we were really worried about, and Howie Long, he was the other guy. He was good, but then he went to Villanova and reached puberty or something and ended up with an NFL career. But
Hall of Fame career, too, if I'm not mistaken.
But Evan's father was one of the great ones for the Milford Scarlet Hawks back in the day. High. 2 balls, 1 strike on Evan Cornelius.
Interesting for Attleboro with Tabor going from second to short. The first time we've seen that. He's been a second baseman every game last year and this year, making the slide over as Attleboro. Not that Johnny did bad, Pagano in the other game. He's just one of the relievers getting ready for today.
Right.
As well, so they slid Tabor over.
Attleboro looking for the win. 3-1. Breaking ball misses inside to the cleanup hitter, Evan Cornelius. I should give the score. It's No score, top of the first. This game supposed to start at 3:45, didn't start till about 4:05.
Yeah, Milford got here about 3:35, 3:40.
Saltmarsh to the stretch, runners on first and second, low. And the bases are loaded, 1 out here in the top of the first.
And up steps the designated hitter, Alex McCall, the 5 hitter in the senior in the lineup for Milford. So it'll be interesting to see what the Attleboro defense does here. And all indications are the corners will be crept in a bit while the middle infielders are back on the dirt outfield line. Saltmarsh from the stretch.
Alex McCall heading to Wesleyan to play football. Full beard. I don't think I started shaving until about my junior year of college, never mind high school. How come none of the girls take me seriously?
And they don't.
Oh, there's a blast to center field. This time George turns to run. He'll make the catch, but this will score a run. That's going to be a sacrifice fly for Alex McCall. Trotting across the plate is Sean Mcgee. 1-0 Milford, and that ball traveled 380 feet if it traveled a foot.
Yeah, the only, if you're Milford, the only disappointing fact there is I thought the pinch runner, the courtesy runner for Keith Lee, probably should have tagged to try to attempt to go to third.
Yeah.
He looked very hesitant coming off the base and tagging. Because Nate George is probably, as deep as you can get.
Yeah.
It's straight away center field. I think worth the chance, put the pressure on the defense early. You know you're scoring. So first and second, 2 outs for freshman Ian Carter.
Playing third base today, wearing number 6, batting 6th. Fouls that up to the left. Will it stay in play? Hawkwaters after it. Out of play on top of the Milford dugout. And look at that, made a loud sound, and the poor kids in the Milford dugout on the third base side all jumped about a foot. 0-1 to Ian Carter.
Just to go back really quick, not tagging with the pinch runner who's not in our program. You got to then set up first and third, and in theory, you got to play on there.
Yeah.
Where 90% of the time it's going to be second and third going into the second pitch, where a single will then score 2. So now it's 0-1 to the freshman Ian Carter. Saltmarsh looking to get out of this, giving up just the 1 run.
Big breaking ball. Strike on the outside edge. 0-2 to Ian Carter.
I think that's the first time we've seen that 12-6 curve. They told us, look for the fastball, and any balls with movement, assume it's the splitter. You'll see that the 12-6 will come in a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And I think that was the 12-6 curve there. Way up, 0-2 for the first time today.
Pinch runner at second, Cornelius at first. 0-2 to Ian Carter, 2 outs, 1-0 Milford, top of the first. Swing and a miss, and that might have been that slider. So coming back for the strikeout is Saltmarsh, limiting the damage to 1 run. Milford 1 run on 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. Kevin.
Yeah, Billy got himself into a little bit of trouble, then was able to work out of it in the last 2 batters, only giving up the 1 run.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to the Drummond Street Turf Fields here in Attleboro between the Brennan Middle School and the high school. Beautiful facility, 315 feet to the short fence in left field, about 4 feet high. I was told it's about, they said 365 to 380 in center. And the temporary fence down in right field, I'd put that at about a half mile.
When the wind blows, it knocks it down even further.
Yes, yes. So 1 run for Milford in the top of the first inning. The RBI goes to Alex McCall, the designated hitter. For Attleboro, they will send up Ben Hawkwater, Owen Tabor, and Danny Johnson. Again, for Milford on the mound, Tyler Calden.
He's not taller than too many people.
Yeah, Keith Lee is catching, Ian Carter at third, Damian Carter at short, Mcgee at second, Cornelius at first. The outfield left to right, Forrest, Nate Scudo, and Lane. Ben Hawkwater, a left-handed hitter. Squares to bunt, went for it, strike 1.
That's what I was calling. I don't know if you saw me doing the gestures while you were doing that. I was trying to tell you, look for him to bunt down the third base line. Third baseman for Milford was playing back to freshman. Now he's moved in.
Yeah. Way off the line. Breaking ball, that's going to be strike 2. That's what you call a darn good pitch by Tyler.
Yeah. And that's the problem. You go for one, you miss the first one. The second one comes back with a curve. You don't like it. Now you're deep in the hole, 0-2.
Fouls that one off. Good piece of hitting from the left-handed batter's box. Weight on that back foot.
That pitch had a little giddy up behind it. What they call that sneaky fastball. Attleboro is a team this year hitting just 123 with just a 260 on base percentage.
Wow.
We'll do whatever it takes to get on base.
Yep. Fouls that off to the left. That's going to get over the fence and out of play.
And I think that's why they moved Nate George down from first to last. You got like a double leadoff situation going here. You got Ben Hawkwater, who's very quick to get on base. You got Nate George, probably the fastest guy in the team. And just to keep the momentum going from 9 back to the top of the order.
Just missing.
High.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ben Hawkwater, who's now that's his cousin Aiden who's catching.
Yep, cousin Aiden's catching. Uncle John coaching.
Yep. And then
you should go hear Uncle John's band sometime.
Really? That state.
Ooh, that was a little high.
Curveball, called strike 3.
I was referencing the song "Come Hear Uncle John's Band."
Oh, okay.
By the weight of the band.
By the Grateful Dead. You confuse the Grateful Dead and the band a lot.
Yes, I do.
This brings up Owen Tabor, the senior, playing shortstop today in the absence of Evan Houle. Breaking ball, called strike.
Tabor does have a 571 on base percentage. So he's been active, getting on by hook or by crook, as they say.
Breaking ball, lashes that over the third baseman's head into left field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting, Kevin. He waited on that breaking ball.
He waited on it. Some of the criticisms of Attleboro's swinging this year is the swings have been too long. Everyone's going for the fences.
Yeah.
That launch angle stuff you always hear about. He shortened the swing, took the curveball. Nice line drive over the third baseman's head. So now you got 1 out, 1 on for Danny Johnson.
Junior left fielder wears number 8. Has a left-handed batter. Reminding us of Carl Yastrzemski. Swing and a miss. Heating that fastball 0-1. Calden, a lot of effort into his pitches. Kind of falls off the mound to the left after he throws. His left.
And if you want to play small ball, you could take advantage of that and try to bunt it to his right side.
Quick pickoff move for a right-hander. Back in plenty of time was Owen Tabor. We should mention our home plate umpire. Same umpires we had last Friday, just switched around. Brian Barry from Algonquin Regional High School, class of '81 behind the plate, and Thomas Chase with a C from Diamond Regional. Foul tip into the mid, double clutch on the throw because of that foul tip. So a stolen base for Owen Tabor. And if this was hockey, you would give Danny Johnson an assist. That tip, that foul tip, made it that much tougher for the catcher, Keith Lee.
As he caught it, did the double clutch as he struggled getting the ball out of his glove. Tabor's fast anyway. Would have been tough to get him without the double clutch.
Yeah. Big lead off second for Tabor. Attleboro down 1-0, bottom of the first. Whoops.
That's either a balk or a timeout.
A balk.
That's a balk. Not sure why Calden stopped there. Mix up on signals, and I don't know if the catcher may have tried to call a timeout ahead of time.
That's what it looked like. The catcher was trying to call time, it looked like to me.
But the umpire, just because he asked for time, just like the batter, just because the catcher asked for time doesn't mean that they have to give it.
Well, that and the pitcher was already started his motion.
Exactly.
And now the base umpire and plate umpire are talking to make sure they got this right.
And again, like just the same as if Danny Johnson have asked for timeout, and you see that a lot. They put their hand up, and just because they don't give them timeout, I mean, they don't have to give it to it. They go back to the box.
I think this is
back.
Yeah, this is what they're talking about. The home plate umpire granted time.
He did, but he's also the one that called balk.
No, the base umpire. Well, the base umpire called it first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This is why I keep my book in pencil. And this is why I've got a long yellow pencil and a very tiny eraser.
At this point, I can give you a quick softball update, if you like.
Yeah, please do.
After one, Attleboro 8, Milford nothing.
Wow.
After one
Is that
inning of
home or
play.
away?
That is at Milford. So just to reset here, Danny Johnson 0-2, runner on second base.
Yep.
Balk reversed.
Right. And I know Attleboro fans aren't happy about it, but if the home plate umpire granted time, that's the right.
If he did, right.
If he
exactly.
And,
right.
And it's good to see the umpires talk about it and get it right. Ball high. I remember early in my umpiring career once, knew I had made the wrong call. Instead of calling timeout and discussing it with the other umpire, I let it ride. Didn't sleep well for about 3 nights in a row and decided I'm never doing that again. It's more important to look like an idiot and get it right than look cool and get it wrong.
Runner goes
Slow
on
curveball. Way ahead of that was Johnson. Foul, 1-2.
Tabor had a great jump and
Yes.
a great pitch to steal on a curveball.
Tabor liked it over at third base, Kevin. He wants to get back there.
Yes, he did. Now, it used to be, and I'm assuming it's the same. I can always double check with Coach Dunley, but runners, if they think they can steal, they pretty much got the green light.
Yep.
And that's a big lead over at second base.
Spins and fakes the throw to second. Well, this isn't going to be our quickest game of the year, Kevin. 1-0 Milford. We're in the bottom of the first. 1 out, runner on second. Danny Johnson at the plate, 1-2 count. Fastball, strike 3. Some pop on that one. Second strikeout for Tyler Calden.
Some high heat there. He kept climbing the ladder on Danny's. And Calden registers his second strikeout. So 2 outs for a designated hitter, Christian Dame.
Number 22, the senior, looked real good in the batter's box against North. Didn't get a base hit, but hit some hard fouls in that game. Slow curveball, a little bit up, ball 1.
Calden's been up the last 2 times. I don't know if that's by design. Haven't seen him pitch enough, but if Attleboro's going to go for the high pitches, you kind of want to live up there and keep climbing the ladder.
Calden from the stretch, leading off second is Tabor. Fastball, outside edge, call, strike, 1-1. And the reason he called that a strike, it was a strike.
That was a nice strike, right on that. Outside edge, right at the knees.
Exactly what Calden was looking for.
Also a good pitch to take too as a batter. No need to go after every strike.
Yep. Spins, fakes to second again. As the shortstop, Damian Carter holding him on. And not that Milford coach Dion needs any advice from me. I'd let the second baseman with Christian Dane at the plate do most of that covering. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Although I guess they're assuming Calden throws hard, and if Dane hits it, it'll be more likely to the right.
Correct, and a lot of people will shift their defense accordingly. You even see the left fielders is positioned more towards left center.
Swing and a miss, strikes out the side. So for the Bombardiers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. And after 1 full inning, the Milford Scarlet Hawks won, the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers nothing.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome. We're back on 1320 WARA and WACS 15 Sports in Attleboro, Massachusetts. We get ready for the top of the second. Milford leads 1-0. They'll send up their 7-8-9 batters, Tyler Lane, Cole Forrest, and Nate Scudo.
The 7-8-9. Important inning here for Saltmarsh. You want to attack the bottom third of the order and see if you can get out of this not only 1, 2, 3, but with your pitch count relatively low as well.
And he had 23 in the first inning?
23 in the first.
Tyler Lane steps in, heading to Bentley to play football. I don't know, but I imagine he'll be a linebacker. High fastball, looks at it, lets it go by. 1-0 to Tyler Lane. Attleboro in their all white uniforms. Royal blue letters and trim. Script writing, called strike outside corner with a heater. 1-1. Milford, red hats, scarlet red jerseys. Script Milford writing, gray pants. That's the only difference between the North Attleboro uniform. North wears white pants. Foul tip into the mitt. Breaking ball, Kevin?
A little bit of a slider. A little bit of action there.
Yeah. 1-2 to Tyler Lane. I think moms prefer the gray pants to the white pants if they're doing the laundry.
Yeah, all the moms complain about the white pants. It's funny. I haven't heard one player complain about the white pants.
Oh, I got to go deep into our memory banks.
You know, laundry story?
Yes. Saltmarsh, the right-hander, winds. Takes something off that. Ground ball to Tabor at short. Fields it. Fires across the diamond. Low. Nice scoop by Block. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. 1 up, 1 down.
Yeah, real nice scoop. Tabor, took his time. They kind of short hopped it. Block read the turf correctly.
Yep.
And caught it up on the backhand.
Remember, how many years ago did we do the American Legion Junior American Legion State Tournament in North Attleboro?
About 4 years ago, right?
It was either 18 or 19.
Yeah.
2019. And remember the kid from the Quincy team?
Quincy, yep. With the dirty pants.
Yes, we'll get that. Cole Forrest is up. He's a left-handed batter. Looks at ball one high, I guess.
Yeah, that was high.
Yep. And we were amazed. Zachary Taylor, he was the center fielder, leadoff hitter. Morissette post out of Quincy. That's it. But hold on. Ball one low, one ball, two ball, 2-0. And if Morissette, they lost to Methuen in the final game. If they had won the tournament, he would have been the tournament MVP.
Absolutely.
You know where he is now?
Not where?
Hold on. High, 3-0. He is at UMass Amherst playing college baseball, second in the nation in stolen bases.
Wow. So we were right on predicting.
Yeah. And we used to say he was the only baseball player I'd ever seen who got dirtier than Pigpen.
Yeah, exactly.
And his mom listens to my show, so.
You picked up a listen.
Yeah. Yes. Ball, I guess that was low or outside. Ball 4. That's the third walk for Saltmarsh, just his second inning of work. So 1 on, 1 out, 1-0 Milford.
We get to the number 9 hitter, Grant Scudo.
Yes,
correct.
That is. I said Nate earlier. It's Grant Scudo, the senior.
Yeah, I think I wrote to you, Nate. That was my
Nate's
fault.
the sophomore.
Yep.
And again, another football player for the Scarlet Hawks. Right-handed batter looks at the low pitch. Ball 1, waiting the back foot. Front foot, the left foot up on its toe.
Saltmarsh has thrown 5 balls in a row, so it'll be interesting to see Milford's approach here. If they want to take a strike or put anybody in motion.
High. Milford coach Alex Dion coaching third base, which is the way to go now.
That prompts a visit from head coach Steve Dunley.
Yep. Most teams now, the head coach coaches third. My senior year of baseball, 76, that was my biggest contribution to the team, coaching third base. I took it seriously.
Whenever I coached the base, absolutely took it seriously. We had one coach my varsity year, and Andy coached third.
Yeah.
Just one coach, and you just let people call the games, and we had a pretty good team.
I'll tell you some of our bench activities. Because as a official member of the Nut Squad, I mean, as not a starter, spent a lot of time with the bench. We had great ways to amuse ourselves. Is it 2-0 to Grant Scudo?
2-0.
Senior center fielder.
Runner on first with 1 out.
And one thing he has common with all of the Scudos, he can fly. They're also going with a double leadoff approach, the way Attleboro is. Call strike inside corner, 2-1.
Always like to see what the next pitch is after a mound visit.
Yeah.
If it's a ball, it's a wasted visit. If it's a strike, there's something good was said.
What are you guys doing after the game today?
Candlesticks are always
Yeah, there it is. Candlesticks are always a good wedding gift.
such a classic one. Okay, let's get to it.
We got a lot of stuff going on here, Coach.
Nobody seems to know what to get where to get a chicken or what to get him for his wedding.
It has to be a live chicken. We're doing Bull Durham, folks. Saltmarsh to the stretch. Leading off first is Forrest. That's low. Gets away from Hawkwater. Forrest immediately heads down to second base. We'll call that a wild pitch, and it's 3-1 to Grant Scudo.
In the dirt, I think it bounced right before him, kind of hit that turf hop straight up.
Hit the heel of his glove and went way up.
And to the left of Hawkwater towards the Milford bench. So 3-1 now, 1 out and a runner in scoring position.
And then Sean Mcgee in the on-deck circle started to go towards the ball to pick it up, realized, oh, wait, it's a live ball. Step back in time. Saltmarsh from the stretch. High and in tight, ball 4. Fourth walk.
So with the bench switch, we can't see who warms up, if anybody, for Attleboro. But we got top of the order, Sean Mcgee, the sophomore, walked and scored on 7 pitches. He walked in the back in the first inning, scored on the sacrifice fly by Alex McCall. First and second, 1 out, top of the order. Infield at double play depth all the way around, including Cooper Johnson, who's playing just behind third base.
And catcher Aiden Hawkwater going through a myriad of signals. If his baseball career doesn't work out, I think he could be a mime.
Exactly.
Is he doing the man in the box or walking against the wind?
Everybody loves a mime. No, everyone hates a mime. Everyone loves a clown.
I've got a story about that in a second. Bunt turns to bunt, went for it late, and misses strike 1. And Sean Mcgee knows he made a mistake there. You got to commit early when you're bunting.
And on that, they were keeping Cooper Johnson home, and they were charging Jamie Block. They were cycling that way. So Billy Saltmarsh's responsibility would have been the third base line.
Yep. Forrest on second, Grant Scudo on first. 1 out, 1-0. Scarlet Hawks, top of the second.
Kean Kelleher's got to be aware of another bunt.
High, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I wanted to say that to make sure that he got over the first base in time, because that's a long sprint when you're holding a runner on second, and then your job is to cover first on a bunt.
Yes.
So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Slightly closed stance for the sophomore Mcgee. Called strike, inside corner. 1 and 2. I don't think Mcgee agreed with that, but I think our home plate umpire Brian Barry got that one right.
And I think if you're Saltmarsh here, you got to rear back with your best pitch and try and get a strikeout here, kind of like he did with Damian Carter back in the first inning.
Yep. Looks to second, being held by the shortstop Tabor. Breaking ball, called strike 3.
Well, who knew his curveball was his best fish? Yes. but that's the bit. A huge strikeout there for Saltmarsh.
His second of the game. And this brings up the number 2 batter, Damian Carter, who flew out deep to center field his first time up.
As Nate George backpedaled all
Yes.
the way back for that one.
Yeah. So you mentioned mine. My father worked downtown Boston for a million years. Used to take a walk around Boston Common. And, you know, I was a theater major in college. I'm home from school one day, and we're at the dinner table. He goes, Paul, what's this Mimmy stuff? What? He goes, Mimmy, you know, Mimmy. I said, no, I don't know. Let's get back to the game. Damian Carter's up, sophomore shortstop. Slightly open stance. He wants timeout. So my father, you know, Mimmy, you know, the guys, they don't say anything, but they move around in funny ways. And then everyone at the table at the same time. Mime. You mean mime, Dad. And I think my brother John said, it's not you, Pop. Nobody likes mime except other mimes.
That's great.
High and in tight. That's 1-0, right?
1-0 to Damian Carter.
And he's the shortstop, Damian Carter, who bats 6th, the third baseman. When you're a sophomore in high school and it's your second year as a starting shortstop.
You doing something right?
Yeah. 1-0.
Tabor trying to hold a runner on close to second.
Same spot, 2-0 for Saltmarsh. He's committed to UMass Dartmouth, right, Kevin?
UMass Dartmouth, yeah. Where one Nate Tellier graduated from UMass Dartmouth, and Nate Tellier picked up his first save for the Salem Red Sox. The other day, going a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts.
What level's that?
Low single A.
And we covered him. That was my first year doing first year working together was his senior year, right?
Yeah.
By the way, the pitch was low, 3-0 to Damian Carter.
Yep, he got signed by the Red Sox, did some rookie ball last year, was really hopeful to get out of Florida in spring training this year because the single A teams are in Virginia and North Carolina. So he wanted out of Florida in the worst way, and he got assigned to the Salem Red Sox.
Low, nice stop. Hawkwater. It's the 5th walk of the game, and the bases are stacked. Forrest is at third, Grant Scudo at second, and now Damian Carter at first. There's 2 outs. Top of the second, 1-0 Milford, and the temperature's dropped about 10 degrees in the last few minutes.
Yeah, it showed up. The wind kicked in. Now we're in the second inning, and the temperature's dropping. So Saltmarsh has been missing high. He's got to remember that Keith Lee took a 1-2 fastball, high fastball, like letter high, and deposited into left field for Milford's only hit of the game.
Yeah.
So bases loaded, Attleboro defense back, Attleboro outfield back. Infield and outfield all playing back, looking to get a force out somewhere.
Fastball. And believe it or not, Lee was a little bit ahead of that one. He was jacked to swing at that.
I think he was expecting a pitch. And sometimes you have that mindset, I'm going after the first one, no matter where it is. And that might have been a bit of a slider than the fastball. Might have had some extra movement on it at the end, just the way it kind of, I'm going more by Lee's reaction on how he swung, because you don't get fooled by a fastball too often. So that might have some extra movement.
And there's a shot to the right center field gap. That's going to reach the fence. 1 run's in, 2 runs in. Here comes Damian Carter, and that is a double for 3 RBI by Keith Lee. And wow, that was a laser shot.
Yeah, he crushed that ball to right center field. Nothing that Nate George could do. Is it 1 or 2 hop the fence out in right center field? 3 RBIs for Keith Lee.
And that fence is a long way away in right center.
Oh, they're going to appeal that the runner missed third. Safe. And I'm not sure which runner he called safe before they even appealed it.
Huh.
They're saying that they appealed it wrong.
He touched all the bases.
And there goes number 18 again, who we now know is
Cam Phillips.
Who courtesy ran last inning as well. And I didn't get the full ruling on that. I think if I understood the home plate umpire,
you've got to go to the mound The pitcher's got to step on the rubber, step off the rubber, and then you appeal the play.
So can they do that now?
Well, I think the umpire gave him a heads up and already indicated, nope, I got him hitting the base.
So I wasn't sure which runner that they were contesting.
Ooh, curveball stays a little bit up. Ball 1 to Evan Cornelius. The junior walked in the first inning. It is 4-0 Milford. Top of the second, 2 outs. Keith Lee is at second base, and he's hit the ball hard twice. Tell me again while he hits third, Kevin.
Yeah, I think best hitter on the team usually is third. Pitch number 47 coming up for Billy Saltmarsh.
Fastball, ground to the shortstop, Tabor. He's charging hard across the diamond in time. Nice play by Owen, and that ends the inning. But for Milford, 3 more runs on just 1 hit. 1 runner left on base after 1.5 innings. It is 4-0 Milford, and that dog is not happy with our call of the game,
not
Kevin.
Happy with or maybe just not happy with the game. You know, we're not sure. We'll see if we get an interview with the dog of the owner later on.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to WARA 1320 AM radio, AACS 15 TV. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, Dave Angel on our technical crew, Peter Bray running our graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Am I forgetting anyone? Oh, wait, the most important people, you the fans. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. A lot of people do come up to me around town asking what games we're doing this week and trying to answer. So I know a lot of people out there listening, so really
Yes.
appreciate that.
And people often say to me, is the station hiring? Because there's got to be people better than you out there.
Have a quick update here from Attleboro softball. After 2, Attleboro 14, Milford nothing.
Wow.
So look for Attleboro to go into cruise control and see if they can get the 5-inning mercy rule out of that, 10 runs or more.
Jamie Block is up, the right-handed hitting first baseman, looks at a curveball, just low, 1-0. Jamie's heading to UMaine Farmington. And he's one of those guys who, when he walks into the room, you don't picture him as an athlete right off the bat. But he's got outstanding hand-eye coordination, and he can really hit as that goes well over the left fielder for his head. A ground rule double. And he reminds me of maybe the Giambi brothers in the major leagues.
Yeah, Jason and Jeremy Giambi, yeah.
Who was the nutty Canadian who played for the Red Sox and the Oakland A's for all those years?
Johnny Damon.
No. He was a left fielder. But
oh my gosh.
Sorry, folks.
Yes,
but
the guy with the beard.
Yes,
yeah.
You know what we're saying.
Yes.
They don't look like the classic Adonis, well-sculpted athlete, but don't you dare underestimate them, or they'll do that, hit a double over your left fielder's head.
Don't forget, Block had a double against Floyd the other game.
Yes.
Controversy whether or not he had 1 or 2 hits, but we definitely had one. As Kelleher steps to the plate, takes ball 1 high.
Kelleher, senior second baseman, 1-0.
Be going to newly minted Division I Stonehill College in the fall. He was the youngest version of our youngest person on our Sandlot team.
Oh, really?
2 summers ago, and Kean's claim to fame is he led the team in hit by pitches.
Wow.
He won the Don Baylor Award. He got hit by 6 that summer.
Yep. Called strike, and just to two balls, one strike to help. Just to pat your back, that was 2 summers ago when there was no American Legion baseball. Kevin and some other people in the area put together basically a sandlot league. 3 teams out of Attleboro, 2 out of Seekonk.
1 out of Seekonk, 1 out of Norton.
And there's a shot to left center field, and that's going to find the gap. Block will score against the wall a long way away, cruising into second base with a double is Kelleher. 2 well-hit balls in a row for the Bombardiers off the outstanding Tyler Calden.
That raises Kelleher's average on the year to 667, 2 for 3
Wow.
on the year, and that ball was crushed. Whereas Blocks was to left field, over the left fielder's head, maybe to his left.
Yep.
That was the left center towards the soccer nets.
Yes.
If you can picture the field, to the left of that would have been out of Community
Right.
in North Attleboro. For not a ground rule double, but a well-placed, well-struck double. Nobody out. Attleboro hitting this inning.
2 doubles in this inning, 3 hits in the game. Attleboro now within 4-1. And this brings up Billy Saltmarsh, the starting pitcher, hitting 7th. Fastball, and that is hammered to left field. Back goes Forrest, makes it, drops it.
He dropped the ball. The umpire is calling it.
Yes, no catch. He did not drop it. Now, Coach Dion for Milford is going to say he dropped it on the transfer. I don't think so. I don't think he ever had control of it.
Yeah, because what Kean Kelleher did off a second, it looked like the left fielder had his back to us.
Yep.
The ball went into his glove, so Kelleher went back to second and dropped. I agree with the umpire. No transfer. It's not a homer call. People that have heard me will tell you if I think it's an out or a save. It dropped out of his glove.
Now, where Coach Dion thinks he has an argument is Forrest reached up, and the ball hit his glove. He was sideways to home plate. Then he turned. His back was to home plate.
Right.
That's when Kelleher went back to second base, and all of a sudden we saw the ball fall out to the left of Forrest, not straight back to the left.
And if he's saying on a transfer, there was no transfer.
Right.
The throwing hand never came to the glove. So the ball popped out of the glove. He did not control the ball. I think it's the right call.
Yeah.
And I actually think Kelleher did the right thing too, because he saw it going into a glove. He had to cut back to the base to not get doubled off. By the time he realized he would have been thrown out. So I'm going to go E7 for Billy Saltmarsh.
Yeah.
But more
Well,
important,
I'm
you don't think it was in his glove?
It was it. An error is a routine effort. I think running towards the fence, reaching up. I'm not sure if that's routine. Let's try to find the Attleboro dugout if they're scoring that a hit or an error.
Yeah. Want we go right now during the mound
Yeah,
visit?
go ahead.
Okay.
Yep. And there he goes. So staying at second base was Kelleher, and that was a very, very, very close call. If the umpires had called that a catch and a drop on the transfer, I don't know if I'd be complaining that much. But the base umpire, Thomas Chase, played at Diamond Regional, made the call quickly and emphatically.
Everybody but the person on Game Changer wanted a hit. The kid on Game Changer called it an error. So we'll see if we can revisit that.
What is Game Changer?
Oh, that's what they use now to score all the games. That's what all the teams are using, so they can communicate during the games with pitch counts and things like that.
So they did call that an E7?
They did call that an E7, but I told them to let us know if they revisit that.
Okay. High to Cooper Johnson, the senior third baseman. Folks, it's still the bottom of the second inning.
Did you do the reset? That's first and second, nobody out?
Yeah, first and second, nobody. Pardon me?
Because I just did it too.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Cooper Johnson is up. He looks at ball one high. Tyler Calden fires that low. Lee knocks the ball down. 2-0 to Cooper.
I think if catcher Keith Lee holds on to that, that might have been called strike. Sometimes that could sway an umpire's decision. That was close. Good hitter's count for Cooper Johnson, looking for a fastball in.
Stays up. 3-0 to Cooper Johnson.
Got the fastball in, but just up now. And now you're at the point where you want to start driving up the pitch count a little bit here on the starting pitcher call. You get the pressure on. 3-0, first and second. You can hear the Attleboro bench is awake now with the score 4-1.
Call strike. Outside corner, I believe.
Bottom of the second, 4-1. Milford leads. So runners on first and second with 3 hard hit balls by Block, Kelleher, and Saltmarsh.
Right-hander looks to second base, fires, that's fouled back. Boy, Lee, he doesn't stay in the crouch, which is surprising with a runner on second base.
Yeah.
But boy, does he get low. He's a right-hander, has that right leg extended straight out to the side.
I wonder if Attleboro at 3-2, I know there's nobody out, but you have a freshman at third base.
Yeah.
Kelleher can get a good lead, kind of maybe catch him napping. He might go in motion here on 3-2. Third base was playing far off the base right now and back.
Cooper Johnson, senior third baseman.
Not holding Kelleher. Not holding Saltmarsh. No go.
Ball 4 high. Bases are loaded.
So now we're called and Cruz to the first inning to giving up just 1 hit while striking out 3 is running into trouble now, giving up a run. Loading the bases, nobody out for Speedy Nate George, generally the leadoff hitter, now an RBI situation for the Speedy George. You may see some small ball action here. 2
doubles, an error by the left fielder, and a walk has the bases loaded. Curveball, called strike. Nice pitch by Tyler Calden.
I was going to say possibly look for some small ball with the pitcher going from the windup, but George didn't look down for signs, and Pagano didn't give any, so I'll take the bunt off.
Another breaking ball. That's hit to shallow center field. Making the catch on the run is Nate Scudo. Fires a bullet to home plate. Right choice by Coach Pagano to hold Kelleher at third base because he would have run into an out. Impressive play by Nate Scudo. Why does he play center field again?
Fastest player in the outfield. You mentioned earlier how much speed he has.
So that's just 1 out. We go to the top of the order with Ben Hawkwater, the senior right fielder, left-handed batter.
And I agree. Kelleher would have been thrown out. I thought it was going to be a little bit of trouble. I thought it hung up there just long enough. I thought it was more of a bloop.
Yeah. And Scudo caught it on the dead run coming towards home plate. Ball high and a breaking ball. And if you play for Milford, you have excellent fundamentals. And perfect, I mean, it wasn't the longest throw ever, but it was a really accurate one.
It was a strike. It was hit to shallow center, and Kelleher would have been out.
Yeah. Fastball high, swing and a miss by Hawkwater, 1-1.
Little over anxious there for Ben as that was high and out.
Usually it's after the swing where the batter will go, oh darn. Ben was going, oh darn, during the swing. The weight back. Just missing low on a heater. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I always laugh sometimes at the pitches some people swing at, and then the pitches they don't swing at. Yeah, like how does Ben not swing at that one? That was close to being a strike. Pitcher from the windup.
Breaking ball. By Cornelius at first base, hard hit down the line. 1 run is in. Here comes the second, beats the throw home. Moving over to third base is Johnson. 2 runs have scored. It's 4-3, bottom of the second. And I think that's a base hit, Kevin.
Oh, that's a base hit.
2 RBIs.
I think it had some extra spin. It looked like it almost fooled the first baseman, Cornelius, a little bit. It was to his left. Definitely fair, kind of skirted between the base and the Cornelius, the first baseman, for a 2 RBI single, first and third. Owen Tabor, the senior, first and third.
Wow.
I think you're going to see somebody in motion here, so look for a Tabor to maybe do that fake bunt, distract the catcher, and let Hawkwater go down to second base.
Hawkwater goes, swing and a miss. Here's the throw from Lee, sliding and safe. Backed up by the shortstop.
Still on base there, and I think Tabor, that might have been a purposeful swing and miss.
Yeah, okay.
I know some people that have done that. I didn't know of him to do that, but nothing worse than lining into a double play on a guarantee, almost a guaranteed safe at second on the steal.
Tabor had a base hit to left field in the bottom of the first, and a stolen base was stranded at third. He steps out of the box.
So we got Calden again going from the windup early on. You don't see too many pitchers go from the windup and a runner on third with less than 2 outs.
Yeah, and second. Called strike. And 0-2?
0-2 to Tabor. Hawkwater at second, enjoying a huge lead. Tabor can put one in play here. Look for him to score.
Yep, 4-3 Milford. One out here, bottom of the second. Called strike on the outside edge. That's the 4th strikeout of the game now for Taylor Calden. And boy, he needed it.
And none bigger there.
Yeah, great pitch.
Danny Johnson, number 3 hitter.
Left-handed batter. Where's number 8? Oh, he lashes that to left center field. That gets down into the gap. 1 run is in. We have a tie game. Attleboro is ahead and moving into second base. The 3rd double of the inning. This one for Danny Johnson. The Bombardiers lead 5-4. I did not see that coming. Wow, did he stroke that well.
Yeah, the Attleboro had that tough first inning with the strikeouts.
Yep.
Owen Tabor with the single, but great comeback here in the second inning. And you kind of had to see it coming because the game started late and the first inning went really long.
Yeah.
And the second, this is going to be a long game, so it has to be a comeback. So Attleboro takes the lead 5-4 in the 9th batter of the inning. Christian Dane comes up with 2 outs. Johnson on second.
Cooper Johnson and Ben Hawkwater scored there. And it's Danny Johnson now at second.
5-4 Attleboro, bottom of the second. And Milford starts to get some action going in their bullpen.
Christian Dane holds up on it, into the hole, diving by the, past the diving shortstop, base hit, 6-4. RBI single for Dane, moves to second base on the throw. Wow. 9th batter of the inning.
And what Dame did there is he took a high curveball and just hit it to our left, the shortstop's right, and just got past the dive. Even if the shortstop had got to it, Dame would have been safe. Might have been able to hold up, and Johnson at third. Once it scooted through, Milford probably should have accepted the run and tried to hold Dame at first base.
Exactly. As he moves to second base on the throw.
Now sets Jamie Block, who had a double to start this inning, and how confident is he feeling right now, knowing that he started this, and there's been hard hit balls all inning, and he gets to face them again. So this is where you run to the plate.
Yes, 4 hits in the inning, 3 of them doubles, and the double by Danny Johnson, the left-handed batter. That ball was slicing and curving the whole way. Beautiful curveball by Tyler Calden for a strike. Is it 1-1?
1-1.
Thank you.
That was close. Let her high and a little bit maybe in, but.
Jamie Block started it all off with a double to left field. We're in the bottom of the second, 6-4 Bombardiers. Fastball fouled back, 1-2. Again, Calden, this is his second start. He had the victory over Sharon by a score of, 9-1, I think.
8-1. 8-1
8-1
over Sharon
9
with
strikeouts.
9 strikeouts.
Yeah. So the Bombardiers have batted around. Curveball, foul tip into the mid, catch by Lee. And that's a strikeout. That's the 5th strikeout. Against 1 walk for Calden. For the Bombardiers, 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 runner left on base. We'll be back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA Radio. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel on the technical crew will be editing this broadcast for Channel 15 later. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Between innings, home plate umpire Brian Barry came over to get a drink of water, which is near our field, Mike, and said, "Finally, a great day for baseball."
This is awesome. This is an awesome game. Awesome
6
day.
runs for the Bombardiers on 4 hits. 1 runner left on base. So after 2 innings, the Bombardiers have 6 runs on 5 hits with 2 left on base. Milford, 4 runs on 2 hits with 3 left on base. Neither team's committed an error. This game started.
An error on the left fielder.
Oh, that's right. Thank you very much. 1 error.
Unless we find out that that's changed. That's why I asked Coach Pagano what he saw.
Yeah.
1, he's like, there was no transfer.
Yeah.
And 2, he's like, he had a good angle as the third base
Yeah.
coach because it was going away from all of us. And to take nothing away from Saltmarsh, he crushed it.
Yeah.
He really did. And it was in his glove. It's like, they got to hold on to it.
So this game is 58 minutes old, and we're just starting the top of the 3rd.
I'm hearing okay. We got Pat Holland listening. Thank you, Pat.
What did I miss?
The ball in the dirt that Alex McCall swung at. So
Okay.
that could be based on the area. Just looking at Pat Holland's.
Huh.
tweet. So
Okay.
who knows? It's so 0-1. The Saltmarsh works from ahead.
Sacrifice fly for an RBI for McCall. Heading to Wesleyan to play football. 1-1.
No, 0-2. A
0-2,
called
thank you.
strike on a curveball
Okay.
away or a slider away.
Was looking at our soundboard, not the pitch. Sorry, folks.
That makes sense.
Ooh, high and in tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
When you played high school ball,
Way back in the 70s.
what was the fastest pitch do you think you saw?
Oh,
If
no,
you
we had-
Did you have the guns?
We didn't, but Brian Ryder played for Shrewsbury. He was about a 6'4", tall, skinny kid. Curveball. Strike 3.
I'm going to call that swinging.
Yes, absolutely. Swinging strike.
I think it would have been called a strike as
Yep.
well, but a swinging strike.
No, Brian Ryder, he threw high 80s, low 90s.
Okay.
Definitely 90s. And then we had Al Hulbert. Brian Ryder was drafted by the Yankees. Al Hulbert was drafted by the Red Sox. And Al threw high 80s, low 90s. He was in the minors with Rich Gedman, Bob Stanley down in South Carolina. Had 2 great seasons and then blew his arm out. Called strike to Ian Carter, the freshman third baseman. Struck out swinging his first time. Poor Ian, it's his second at bat. He's seen only strikes so far.
Only strike so far, yes. No, the reason why I bring it up is I think the fastest pitch I ever saw was probably 85, 86,
Yeah.
that range. And nobody was touching mid-80s like they do now.
Oh, yeah.
I
There's
think.
a lot
And-
more of it now.
Yeah, and the fact that you saw some, and that's, I'm sorry, fastball low, 1-1, that you clearly saw more than I did in.
Well, hold on, Kevin. I saw 2, and they
Okay.
stood out.
All right, okay.
So your point remains valid.
But it seems like
Called strike 1 and 2, and Ian knew it. Yep.
it just seems like every team is pumping out
Yeah.
mid-80 guys all over the place, and I guess it's just the way they're training, more year-round training that they didn't have.
Well,
when we played.
indoor baseball facilities
Yeah.
were unheard of. Oh, what a great curveball by Saltmarsh, and Carter's ahead of it for the strikeout. Suddenly, Saltmarsh looks more confident on the mound. He's working faster. 2 strikeouts to start the top of the 3rd. Yep.
Yeah, he confidence off his hit, maybe. Confident, which we know when it for an error, but you know when you hit the ball well.
Yes.
And confidence from the team, and then there's I don't want to let the team down
Yeah.
either. We just be able to come back. The 6 runs represent the most runs they've scored in any game this year.
Yeah.
Never mind their biggest inning of the year.
Big curveball out in front of it is Tyler Lane, the right fielder. Fouls that off. It's 0-1 to Tyler, heading to Bentley to play football. So you know what that means. He's a hell of an athlete and wicked smart.
Look at Matt. One of the triple B's of business, right?
Yes.
Bentley, Babson, and Bryant. Those are the 3 B's of business.
You can maybe make it 4. Throw Brandeis in there.
Oh, Brandeis too. Okay. I can do that.
Okay.
Brandeis. Yep, it's in there. Billy Saltmarsh, first 3 batters this inning. He's got a first pitch strike on all 3.
Swing and a miss. That was a heater. 0-2 to Tyler Lane. And go ahead, let's curse Saltmarsh. He's only thrown 1 ball to the first 3 batters he's faced in this top of the 3rd. 6-4 Bombardiers over the Scarlet Hawks. Low. That's your 59-foot breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sorry, just doing some quick addition here on some first pitch strikes. And let's just say Billy's having a much better inning at 3 for 3. He was 5 for 13 on the first 2 innings for first
Now,
pitch
where do you
strikes.
count your pitches?
Right here, up in the little box.
Okay. Saltmarsh, that's fouled off into the backstop as that was heading towards the parking lot. A big sigh of relief from the fans.
And an X in the box is the first pitch.
Okay.
In the slash. And obviously, if nothing's in the box, I'm assuming that they hit the first pitch, and that's a strike.
Okay.
Good assumption.
1-2 count to the outstanding Tyler Lane, multi-sport athlete. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets by Hawkwater, and he's going to make it to first base. So that's the 5th strikeout for Saltmarsh. But Tyler Lane is on first base, and
I think it's a wild pitch, actually.
Yeah, so do I.
He was in the dirt, and Aiden Hawkwater went down for it, and it just scooted by him.
yeah, that pitch, that bounced before home plate.
Yeah, it did.
That brings up Cole Forrest, left-handed hitting senior left fielder.
He walked and scored back in the second.
Yep. Tyler Lane ground out to shortstop. Should have mentioned that. Boy, Lane getting a big secondary lead down at first. Forrest, the left-handed batter, looks at ball 1 from the right-handed Billy Saltmarsh.
The difference of playing with the lead versus trying to play catch-up, Milford looks like a completely different team at the plate this third inning than they did in the first 2 innings.
Fastball strike.
They have been working the count well in the first 2 innings. This inning, they're swinging at pitches that maybe they wish they hadn't been swinging at. And it's the difference of, we got to get these runs back. And you can't get them all back in one swing. Well, now he can.
Yes. Quick move by Saltmarsh. Wasn't on the rubber yet, but did not fool Lane, who dives back in time.
We got another update from Milford coming in. In a minute.
Saltmarsh looks. Fastball. Called strike.
You see what happened there, Paul?
Who's taking that pitch?
No, I think he called time. And the umpire did not give it to him. We've talked about that they don't have to give time just because they called for it. He backed out, and that was right down the middle.
Yeah.
So 1-2 to the senior, Cole Forrest.
And trust me, as a former umpire, when the batter backs off, subconsciously the strike zone gets bigger. We can't help ourselves. There's a curveball in front of the plate, stopped by Hawkwater on 1 hop. Moving down to second base. I think we're going to call that a wild pitch again.
That's a wild
Tyler Lane is now at second. So 6-4 Attleboro, top of the third. Saltmarsh has 3 strikeouts in this inning, but we're still going.
Yes.
3-1 count?
I got 2-2.
2-2, that's right. Yeah, should have stuck with my instincts. Ball.
Yep, ball high.
3-2.
We mentioned this a little bit earlier in previous innings. This is important out here for Saltmarsh. He's already got the 3 strikeouts. Now you got a runner in scoring position. You want to get out of this. It doesn't have to be a strikeout. Trust your defense.
Fastball, low part of the zone, fouled off to the left by the left-handed batting. Where am I here? Cole Forrest.
Pitch number 68 coming up for Saltmarsh.
And we're just in the top of the third.
Three and 2.
And getting back to the base is Tyler Lane. Coach Dion for Milford in the third base coaching box. There's 2 signals you just gave. Quick short ball, had an unbelievable cue ball spin on it. And he's safe at second. He's safe at second. The ball was a cue ball for the left-handed batter to the third baseman, Cooper Johnson. He let it bounce in front of him. It kicked to the side. And then you take it from there, Kevin.
No, it had a wicked spin. For
What kind of spin?
A wicked.
Yeah.
And I think Johnson realized he probably wasn't going to be able to get him out at first. Runner was breaking Lane from second with 2 outs. Tried to get him back in a rundown, threw apparently just a little bit too late. You agree with the call? I couldn't tell. I couldn't see from my angle, but the umpire was right there, called safe immediately. So first and second, and that's a fielder's choice.
And Cooper Johnson very, very patiently ran the runner back. I thought waited a bit too long, fired it to the base, and the tag was made
by Kelleher, but
it was made on lanes, waist and backside.
Right, which means he got his hand in.
Exactly, and that ball gets by and comes to the dugout. Now we have 2 runners in scoring position. That one's a pass ball.
Yeah, that one's a pass ball. It was up and in.
Yeah.
But 1-0 to the number 9 hitter, Scooter. I almost said Scootero.
Yeah.
Scudo, who walked and scored in the second inning.
So that should have been the third out. We've had the strikeout, which should have been the third out, and we just had that ball, which should have been the third out, and suddenly the Scarlet Hawks have 2 runners in scoring position. Called strike to Grant Scudo.
Saltmarsh still pumping with the speed. You know, probably in the mid to upper 80s.
Yep.
He's throwing about 70 pitches right now.
And we ruled that a pass ball when the runners moved up. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball in the upper part of the zone.
And again, like we mentioned before, it's 1-2, but it's an important out. You do not want to turn the order over.
Yeah.
If you're Attleboro.
And again, Milford, 2 runners in scoring position without benefit of a hit this inning.
Yeah, fielder's choice and a strikeout wild pitch.
Yeah. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Grant Scudo. He's the senior. His sophomore brother, Nate, also on the squad.
Pitch number 73 coming up for Billy Saltmarsh.
Slow breaking ball out
Needs
in
to
front of
tag
it.
him. No, not tagging him.
Hawkwater throws down. Low throw. Block makes the scoop for the out at first base. Well, let's say this for the Bombardiers, Kevin. Way to make it look easy, boys.
Yeah.
No runs for Milford.
And a quick recovery by Aiden Hawkwater. Looks to be a little bit banged up right now.
Yeah.
Quick recovery. If you saw what he did there,
yeah.
He's tagged home plate. Like the bases were loaded on the drop third strike. Quickly learned the bases were not loaded.
Right.
And he had to throw down the first and a scoop. And we've seen 2 or 3 scoops now from Jamie Block at first base to end the inning. So good for Block. And 4 strikeouts in the inning. You don't see that too often for Saltmarsh.
No runs for Milford that inning. No hits, but 2 runners left on base after 2.5. It is Attleboro 6, Milford 4 on AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most.
With apologies to Bristol Glass. Ooh, little Marvin Gaye walk-up music. What's going on? Ooh. Hey, baby.
It's a cool team.
Hey, baby. This is
Kian Kelleher.
Kian Kelleher is up.
First pitch, base hit.
Kevin, I didn't see it. I was looking down at my scorebook. Kian Kelleher is 2 for 2. What the heck happened there?
Took the first pitch. Oh, there's a fly ball, and Kelleher is going to take second base on an overthrow on just a miscommunication by Milford. They threw the ball back in to the pitcher called in, and he dropped it and got away from him. So Kelleher takes second on an error from
who are you going to call that on?
I guess the pitcher. It bounced by him. It wasn't a great throw, but he's going to block that.
All right.
So a single and heads up Kelleher takes second base. So nobody on, runner in scoring position, and there's a ball low.
So the Bombardiers now have 6 runs on 6 hits. The Milford Scarlet Hawks have 4 runs on 2 hits. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 6-4 Bombardiers. Leadoff runner at second base. Billy Saltmarsh is up, who reached on an error and scored in the bottom of the 2nd. Low, nice stop by Lee, the catcher.
And the reshot and error by Saltmarsh. Let's hope later on this year he gets that little dribbler that should have been an out, that he gets credit for a single on, because he crushed that error. But it was in the left fielder's glove.
Yeah.
I got it.
Fouls it right over towards us.
Good spin on that ball. Like
yeah.
Cute little cue shot there.
Boy, and you know, we've seen a couple balls with that cue shot spin on it, and on these techno turf fields, it's even more.
Yeah. All sorts of things that have lots of English on that.
Yes,
ball.
yes. Mason.
Unless that's offensive to the English.
Mason Baldick is the pitcher warming up in the bullpen for Milford. Fastball.
That's crushed. That's
lashed
a hit.
into left field. Coming home is going to be Kelleher. Scores the Bombardiers' 7th run, a double, an RBI double for Billy Saltmarsh.
And he crushed that down the third base line over the third baseman's head, and we're going to get a courtesy runner for Saltmarsh.
Wow.
On the RBI double, scoring Kelleher. Attleboro takes a 7-4 lead, and we have number 2, Hayden Hegarty, will be the runner for Billy Saltmarsh.
Wow.
And let's go with courtesy runner now. We don't know if Saltmarsh is coming back in to pitch next inning, or if they're going to put him in the field.
So, Kean Kelleher using Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On" as his walk-up music, and now Milford is going to started it off with a single to center field, move to second on the error by the pitcher Calden. The next batter, Billy Saltmarsh, lashes a double down the left field line, and that's it for Tyler Calden. And coming in, number 9, I just said his name, Baldick, Mason Baldick.
Mason Baldick, he's a junior, listed as an outfielder and right-handed pitcher. And what Tyler Calden had was kind of the type of game that Billy Saltmarsh had against Oliver Ames.
Yeah.
He had, he gave up a first inning single, but struck out the side in the first, and then things just unraveled on him in the second. And he finished the game with 50 pitches, and now, like you said, Mason Baldick comes in into a situation where he's going to almost be the stopper here, trying to preserve, he doesn't want Attleboro to get more runs to keep it 7-4.
So with the score 7-4 and the new pitcher warming up, we'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
Sorry, folks, just threw that in there to get Kevin. Yeah.
That always makes me laugh. Something about it, just her voice, or it's.
If you're enjoying the broadcast on 1320 WARA and WARAradio.com, where we're heard all over the world, I host Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till noon, a radio show and a parody of same. When it's good, it's very, very good. When it's bad, it's utter drivel, but it is never, ever average. Give it a shot.
He'll read your texts on the air.
Yes, remote correspondence,
remote
please.
correspondence.
You send in a text, we call you a remote correspondence because it sounds more impressive, and we give you agent numbers because we love the show Get Smart back in the day. Kids, ask your parents about the... All right, ask your grandparents about the show Get Smart.
You can still ask your parents.
Missed it by that much. So the new pitcher is the right-hander, Baldick, for Milford. Cooper Johnson comes to the plate, senior third baseman.
So Baldick doesn't look to throw as hard as Calden, just going by the warm-up pitches. I didn't see much of off-speed. Just because he doesn't throw hard doesn't make him a non-effective pitcher. He might have junk, he might have off-speed, he might have a great location of his fastball. Cooper Johnson will be the first man to face Mason Baldick. Walked the score last night.
7-4 Bombardiers. High, ball one here in the bottom of the third, and pitching is like real estate. Location, location, location.
Definitely a different arm angle than the starter called in.
Squares to bunt.
A good one.
Beautiful. Oh, just
Stays
rolls
on the line.
foul.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just barely rolled foul by that much. 1-1.
Well, what says the home plate umpire waited, until it was officially fouled. By our angle, with the delayed call, I thought maybe he was sitting right on the line, but that was no argument from anybody there, and the umpire was literally on
Right
top
there,
of it.
yeah.
So 1-1. Wonder if they'll keep the bunt on.
Home plate umpire Brian Barry, base umpire Thomas Chetz. Shortstop Damian Carter holding on the runner at second. That's Hegarty. Sidearm delivery stays high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cooper Johnson.
Yeah, even as over the top, it was more from almost like the way a catcher throws it.
Yeah.
In a way, doesn't rear back. Does have some pop on the fastball, more than he showed in warm-ups.
Yeah. Catches the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's been a consistent strike. That outside corner at the knees has been a pretty consistent call.
Yeah.
2-2 to the 8-hitter Cooper Johnson. Also serves as the backup catcher.
Yeah. Fastball, swing and a miss. So 1 out. Runner remains at second base. 7-4 Bombardiers, bottom of the third. Good comeback effort there by
Absolutely.
Balding.
And it's so tough to lay off those high ones, isn't it?
Yes.
And especially with 2 strikes. It's such a great pitch to go to when you're up in the count, or 2-2, even with the count. If you can get them with some high heat.
This brings up Nate George. Fouls this one off to the right. And again, it just like last game, finds the gap between the cars.
At the
And look at Tyler Dudley leaping over the fence to go chase the foul ball. You know, life's better when you have cartilage, Kevin. 0-1 to George. Ooh, great curveball. Swing and a miss, just a bit out in front of it. 0-2.
Kind of sitting.
Yeah.
Well, sitting something different anyway.
Yeah.
Because he was definitely out in front of it. Now down 0-2.
Need flew out to center in the second inning, where Attleboro scored 6 runs. 1 more here in the third. They have a 7-4 lead. Fastball,
Well hit.
1 hop to the third baseman, Ian Carter.
Pulls him off. Pulls him off the base, and he's safe
at first base. I think that's a throwing error.
Yeah, what I think happened there is in the process, Hegarty, the courtesy runner for Saltmarsh, was taking third. You got the freshman at third base, and I think he saw Hegarty starting to run. As soon as he released it, he may have rushed his throw. It pulled the first baseman, Cornelius, off the bag, meaning the speedy Nate George safe at first.
Wow. So now Attleboro has runners on first and third. They leave 7-4 in the bottom of the third. And we go to the top of the order with Ben Hawkwater, who was struck out looking and had a 2-run single.
Right down the first base line last time.
In the second inning.
Look for him to be taking the first pitch to get George down the second base.
Cornelius holds him on. There he goes. Pitch is high. They throw to third. And nice stop by Ian Carter to keep that ball from going into left field.
So it was a ball high, and as soon as he threw it, you could see it was going into foul territory. And like you said, that was a nice play by Carter.
And for Milford with Keith Lee, when you have a left-handed batter in the box, not a bad way to go.
No.
When you have runners on first and third, the runner on first and goes, tries to fool that runner on third and throw down there.
I like that play a lot. What you have to do is you have to throw it to the inside, back in fair territory, though, if you want to get them out. You never get them back on the crossover.
That pitch is low.
It's a 2-0 to Ben Hawkwater. First baseman seems to be maybe a couple steps closer to the bag than he was last time Ben was up, learning from how he hit the ball last time. Infield kind of like in, all around. Second baseman halfway back a bit.
High. 3-0 to Hawkwater. So we've been at this. This game started at 4:04, scheduled for 3:45. So we've been playing for an hour and 22 minutes. Is the girls' softball game over?
Yes, 17-2 final.
Wow. We have them Wednesday of this week, and they might be loaded this year under Coach Homer. That one's high, ball 4, bases loaded Bombardiers. What am I looking at?
What do you mean?
I didn't expect it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Milford came in 2-0. Attleboro 0-3. Attleboro had scored just 5 runs, allowed 24. Milford had scored 13 and allowed just 4. Didn't expect to see Attleboro with a 7-4 lead in the 3rd inning.
We talked about it a bit in the opening. There was an air of desperation.
Yeah. Put 7 seniors in the starting lineup.
Right. And let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
It's the 3rd inning.
And it's Milford.
And it's Milford. They have confidence. They have pitching depth. It's 7-4 in the bottom of the 3rd. So
Owen Tabor had the first hit of the game for the Bombardiers in the bottom of the 1st. A single to left field. He looks a called strike on the outside corner. Struck out looking in the 2nd. 0-1.
That was kind of a curveball, it looked like there. Just responded to some of the softball text messages I got, giving us some updates.
Swing and a miss. And Owen took a hack at that one, Kevin.
Yeah, we talked about this last game. I know it wasn't Tabor, but I think it was someone from North. But his eyes were in the pine trees out on the field, too, looking over the fence for the ball to be deposited. But it was in the catcher's mitt, 0-2.
And a foul just a bit ahead of that one as he fouls that down the 3rd base side.
I think Baldick got away with one. They kind of hung curve there, and Tabor was
just a bit ahead of it.
He's looking at his bat like a fielder looks at his glove after he makes an error.
And the 3rd baseman freshman Ian Carter started to run after the ball, and the home plate umpire Brian Barry said, "No, you stay there. Let one of the players from the bench go get it."
18 guys on the bench. Somebody can go get it.
Really.
So 0-2 to the senior, Owen Tabor.
Bases loaded. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yep. Do we have nobody out?
We have 1 out.
1 out, that's
Cooper
right.
Johnson.
Yep. Oh, there it is, sorry.
That's okay.
Someone's got a wood fire going somewhere.
Yeah.
Baldick.
Oh, that got him in the head.
Sidearm approach off the helmet. And crouching at the plate is Ben Hawkwater.
No, Owen Tabor.
Owen Tabor, that hit him solid on the white helmet. Coming home to score is Billy Saltmarsh.
He's okay, and he went down.
It is now 8-4, Kevin.
RBI the hard way there.
Yeah.
No, these helmets are made a lot better than they were back when we played.
Yeah.
So he hit it. I think it startled him for a second. They're going to check on him.
Yeah. Well, Tabor's not Irish, so you really have to worry about those shots to the head.
Yep. So an RBI hit by pitch. So Tabor on the day is 1 for 2, on base twice, bases loaded. And that's a tough pitch for Baldick, way up in the count 1-2 with a pitch. The pitch before that was close to being strike 3.
Yeah.
And now Danny Johnson, who had that huge double back in the 2nd inning.
Pitches low and in. Nice stop by Keith Lowe. 1-0 to Danny. Struck out swinging. And again, as Kevin said, the 2 RBI double to left center field. Looks at ball 1. So scoring was Saltmarsh.
Actually, it was Haggerty as the courtesy
pinch runner. That's right. Moving to 3rd was Nate George. 2nd, Ben Hawkwater. And at 1st is Owen Tabor. Fastball.
Away.
Yep. 2-0 to Danny Johnson.
Gooder hit his count. Danny's got to look for his pitch, the middle in.
Yep.
And from the Attleboro point of view, hopefully he makes a mistake, and you can. I'll put up another 2 runs here on a single.
High. 3-0.
Unless there's a book on Johnson as a hitter who hit a double to left center, so there is this is as much of a shift as I've seen. The shortstop is playing about 4 steps to the left of second base.
Yeah.
There is a tremendous, huge gap between 3rd and short, just begging Johnson to hit it there.
Called strike, inside corner, 3-1.
Seriously, he hit the double to left center.
Yeah, slicing, yep.
Slicing away from the center fielder. I don't understand the gap between short and left. Short and 3rd.
Someone warming up for Milford there. It looks like John DeNegris.
Oh, pass the
Ground
dive
ball to
first.
right field. First base, you're right. Diving for it is Cornelius under his glove. Fielded by the second baseman, Mcgee. I think that's an infield hit and an RBI.
That's definitely a hit. The first baseman dove for the ball. It trickled away from him. Danny Johnson hustling the whole way. That's definitely a hit all the way.
And an RBI.
Single for Danny Johnson, his third RBI, right?
Yes. Scoring on the play is Nate George. So now it's 9-4. Moving to third is Hawkwater. Second is Tabor. And at first base with the infield hit and the RBI, Danny Johnson. Christian Dane is up. Swings and misses at a fastball. I didn't see it. I just heard it.
Yeah, that was similar to the pitch, the height at the pitch he swung out last time for an RBI single. Unfortunately for Christian, that ball was probably about 15 miles an hour faster than the one he swung at for an RBI single.
Yep, Christian had an infield. Blast the ball deep to left! Way back! Into the trees! A home run for Christian Dane! A grand slam for Christian Dane!
Okay, you're not allowed to celebrate the home runs anymore.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. And Christian Dane humbly bows at home plate. A grand slam. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is it 12-4?
7. I got 13.
13-4, yes.
13-4.
A grand slam home run, and there was no doubt.
He crushed that over the left fielder's head.
13-4, swing and a miss for Jamie Block, the senior first baseman.
I think Jamie Block wanted to go back-to-back on
yes.
that one.
So
by that.
Dane now has 5 runs batted in this game. Wow.
Whoa! Okay, what happened there is as Jamie stepped into the box, the pitcher quick pitched. The umpire called time and it hit Block.
Wow.
Block took exception. You could hear Pagano yell, no, no, no.
Yes.
But it's right after a grand slam.
Yeah.
Right after an aggressive swing.
Right.
I don't think it was on purpose.
And a little bit of leadership there. Evan Cornelius, who might be their best pitcher, also quarterback defensive end of the football team. He comes in to try to take control and settle down as pitcher. Wow.
So 0-1. I can understand why Jamie was a little upset there. I don't think it was done intentionally, but he did try to quick pitch on the umpire saw that.
Yeah.
And called timeout immediatally.
Yeah, hitting it wasn't intentional, but the quick pitching was.
The quick pitch was definitely intentional. But,
then he gets squeezed. Ball high, okay.
Ball high,
to Jamie Block, who was a double to left field and scored a run and struck out swinging. This is the 9th batter of the inning.
Twice, Attleboro has batted around in 2 and 3 innings.
Called strike. The pitchers have gotten that pitch all day. It's been consistent.
It's been consistent there.
1-1.
Did you see what happened on the home run, though? Coach Dunley was yelling at his players not to run out, but the umpire was getting very upset and sending him back. I don't know if that's a new rule. It used to be you could celebrate the home run at home plate.
Outside, 2-1. Yeah, the whole team came out.
And apparently you cannot anymore because the umpire was emphatic about all the players going back to the dugout.
I don't have a problem with that. I know, it's a game, we should have fun. Lock, a sky-high fly ball to center field. Nate Scudo is there. Whoa, and the wind takes that. Nate reached back and makes the catch, but Nate, we can't say way to make it look easy. That's the second out of the inning.
Second out.
And for the second time, the man who started all off with Kean Kelleher with his walk-up music, Let's Get It On, Marvin Gaye from 1970. Wow. Hey, baby. He's got a double to left center for an RBI and a run scored, and a single to center field and a run scored. Swings and misses at a nice breaking ball from Mason Baldick.
Aggressive swing for Kean, looking to keep the inning going.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Takes a ball low at the foot. Didn't hit him, but like low and inside, kind of at the foot level. 1-1 to Kelleher, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Making his first start of the year at second base this year.
Just found the run I was missing. So it is 13.
I didn't have it, did I?
All right, all right. Hard shot to the hole. Coming over is the third baseman. Fire across the diamond is Ian Carter.
He's safe.
Wow. Nice catch by Evan Cornelius over there, but that's the second throwing error of the inning for the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the throw, he took his time, but the throw by the freshman pulled him off the bag. Keller hustling down the line, safe at first with 2 outs.
Wow.
Bringing Billy Saltmarsh back to the plate. Saltmarsh 1 for 2, could easily be 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Scored 2 runs and an RBI. He's hit the ball hard twice.
11th batter of the inning. Bombardiers had 5 runs in 3 games coming into this. They now have 13 runs in 3 innings. Called strike to Billy Saltmarsh.
13. You have 13 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I've got it right.
Is that what
too.
Peter has? All right, good.
Oh, good.
Running our graphics low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Billy Saltmarsh, the starting pitcher. And again, go back to that first inning. Things looked rough for the Bombardiers, and Milford looked fantastic ever since then.
Yep. 13 unanswered.
Yep. Actually, first inning and a half. Hard shot. That's to the shortstop, Damian Carter. Flips it to the second baseman, Mcgee, and that ends the inning 6-4 if you're scoring at home. The Bombardiers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs in that inning on how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an error. 4 hits. Wow. So it is 13-4 after 3. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel is with us. Peter Bray running the graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. The Bombardiers, after 3 innings, 13 runs on 9 hits, 3 left on base, 3 Milford errors. And for Milford, they have 4 runs on 2 hits, 5 left on base, and is it 1 or 2 Attleboro errors?
I don't have any errors for Attleboro.
You know what? Neither do I.
Okay. So I'm going to go with 0.
Yes. Okay.
Where Billy's gotten himself into some trouble this game in the first 2 innings was with walks.
That's right.
Now he's sat for a long time. We'll see how his arm responds as he comes out for his 4th inning.
Ball 1 low, and this is the top of the order. Sean Mcgee, a sophomore, 2-year starter as just a sophomore at second base. Again, the first 3 hitters in Milford's lineup are sophomores, and they were all varsity players as freshmen. Called strike. Outside
I'm
corner.
going to guess that this is Saltmarsh's last inning.
Yeah.
He'll be around 93, 95 pitches.
Yeah.
He's going 23, 25, 25.
That's low and away. 2-1?
2-1 the count.
You know, if you're not a baseball fan, but you've been a bit stressed out, you can just put on this game, turn down the volume, and watch the clouds and the lovely blue sky. More effective than a lava lamp. High fly ball by Mcgee into right center. And the wind is blowing out that way, folks. Making the catch is Nate George. And just like Milford's center fielder, Nate Scudo, had to take a couple steps back at the end there.
Extra steps. Right fielder John Hawkwater was there to back him up as well. But I tell you what, George, he had a beat on it.
Yeah.
He's got that nice little glide to the ball too. Yes, the last second maybe a little bit lean back, but he had a nice beat on that out in right center field.
So Mcgee has walked and scored, struck out looking, and now flown out to right center field. Damian Carter is up, the sophomore shortstop.
Just a bit up high.
Wow. So let me be clear, that's a ball, right?
We checked the rule book on that one. Oh, where that one missed blue.
Saltmark is even laughing, and one of the fans behind us was chanting, "Air ball, air ball."
That one just kind of got away from him, as they say.
Wow. Damien Carter has flown out deep to center field. And how did he get on in the second inning? He scored a run. He walked. Thank you.
On 4 pitches.
Yep. Called strike. It's 1-1.
I think Saltmarsh made sure that one was a strike after the previous pitches.
And you can't blame Carter for that. You don't expect a strike right after the pitcher misses the strike zone by about 8 feet.
Exactly.
That's a high curve. 2 balls, 1 strike to Damien Carter.
We had a team, Matt had a team that went to Cooperstown Field of Dreams tournament, and now New York Giant offensive lineman Kyle Murphy was on the team.
Oh, yeah.
He went to go pitch, and we got this on DVD.
Oh.
And
swing and a miss, 2-2.
He threw a pitch as a lefty that slipped out of his hand and went up the first baseline from the pitcher's mound. We all looked at each other. The umpire was like, ball? I guess it's a ball, yeah.
2-2. Carter, good-looking batter, slams that into right center field. Cut off by the right fielder, Ben Hawkwater. And that holds Damian Carter to a single, and he was thinking too.
Yeah, he was thinking too out of the bat, right out of the box to go a nice turn, but Ben Hawkwater did a nice job cutting that ball off and getting the ball in quickly to hold him to a single. Plus, Milford's not in a position to take a chance.
When you're down 13-4.
Exactly.
So that's just the 3rd hit of the game for the Scarlet Hawks, and brings up Keith Lee, who has a base hit to center field. Yeah. And he knocked in 3 runs with a double to right center.
Yeah, you want people on base for Keith Lee. You don't want to take a chance. He can score on a double.
Under that, fouls it up, out of play.
Doesn't see it.
0-1 to Keith Lee, the catcher. And he looks like a catcher.
And just so you know, Keith Lee on his first inning single was on a 1-2 pitch that he crushed. His bases clearing double to right center was on an 0-1 pitch.
Wow.
So don't think just by getting ahead in the count, pick-off attempt, sorry. I thought they were just waiting for me to finish the story before the pitch, but apparently it was a pick-off attempt. So 0-1 to the catcher Lee.
Yep. Wind picking up, blowing out to center, right center. Curveball, smack to the shortstop. Flips it to Kelleher for 1 across the diamond. High throw. Block makes the catch. Double play! Wow, to the shortstop. Tabor, normally a second baseman, and Kelleher nonchalanted the throw a little bit, and Block went up to get it for the inning-ending double play.
Dennis, if you're listening, you got something to talk to Kean about tonight. Block just saved his bacon there on the double play.
Really? You don't want to rush things, but boy.
And Block took his 5'9" body and got up to as high as he could possibly get. Come down with it and snag the bag. More importantly, Attleboro, from the Attleboro point of view, did not let Milford back into it with any hope in that one with a double play ball.
Milford 1 more hit, so they have 4 runs on 3 hits after 4 innings. They've left 5 on base, and that looked like Block. He skied to dunk that ball if we were playing on an 8-foot hoop. We'll be right back.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
All right, strap in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, and we're about to give you accurate information on the Grand Slam home run by Christian Dane when the umpire, home plate umpire Brian Barry and Attleboro coach Dunley ordered the Attleboro team back to the dugout. As
Ordered
they were
them
coming
not to have fun.
Yes.
Was the exact
on the
thing.
Christian. This is the second year of Massachusetts playing under NFHS, National Federation of High School Sports Rules, and
Correct.
that's an NFHS rule.
Right, not to have any fun on the home
And
run.
umpire, yes, exactly. Well, and Brian Barry was telling us that is a point of emphasis they've made to the umps.
Yeah, it's an easy point. We talked about it off the air. I disagree with it. I don't think it slows down the game at all. You don't see 7 home runs in a game. You definitely don't see grand slams.
Yeah.
And you got a team that's down 0-3. That's bats just exploded, and it's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Any ball that over the fence, home run, is exciting. And for a grand slam, someone as a great a kid as Christian Dame, who was I think March Athlete of the Month at Attleboro High School.
Student athlete
Of the month. I mean, everything was rolled together. It was not to make Milford feel bad. It was just to celebrate.
I know,
Christian
but it's a
Dame.
sportsmanship thing a little bit, and it's, you're more upset about it than I am. But yes, too much fun. New pitcher in for Milford with a curveball and a strike. This is number 24, John DeNegris, a senior right-handed pitcher.
Think Rod Beck without the mustache.
There we go. And it's the 6th inning in my score sheet, but actually only the 4th inning, as Attleboro's hit batter around twice. That's inside to Cooper Johnson. 2-0.
2-0.
Cooper has walked and scored and struck out swinging.
That almost got him. So this is John Negris, the senior pitcher, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the only change we've seen from either team that we know of.
Right-handed pitcher, and that one's a solid 59-foot breaking ball. It is 3-0.
Good hustle, Nate George, getting that foul ball. 3-0 the count to Cooper Johnson, getting his first start of the year.
And for Nate, we keep talking about his speed. Nice to see him use it.
Yes.
Chasing a foul, whatever. But DeNegris, breaking ball, that's going to catch the outside edge. That pitch has been a strike all day, gentlemen. 3-1.
But Cooper taking all the way on that on 3-0 anyway.
Oh, good point.
And,
okay.
Kind of a sidearm pitcher here, huh? For Negris, it's listed as a right-handed pitcher.
Keith Lee, I should give the Milford defense again. Breaking ball called strike. 3-2.
I'm not saying we're at this stage of the game, but at 13-4, I remember playing again back, and an umpire told me one time, it's a strike. And I was stupid enough I go, what do you mean? The ball came in high, he goes, strike one. He goes, I told you, it's a strike.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, now I know what you mean.
Yes, exactly. Fouled off to the right. Defensively for Milford, Lee is at catcher. Ian Carter is at third. Damian Carter at short. Mcgee at second. Cornelius at first. And the outfield left to right for us, Nate Scudo and Lane. It is 13-4 Bombardiers, bottom of the 4th. Foul to the right on a check swing. Count remains full. And again, Attleboro was 0-3 coming into this game, had scored 5 runs, allowed 24. In the 2nd inning, they scored 6. In the 4th inning, they scored 7.
Third inning.
Oh, 3rd inning, yes, sorry. My scorebook screwed up because they batted around.
That time was the ball 4.
And there's ball 4 low.
You gave Cooper Johnson credit on a check swing. That was on the previous pitch. That was a excuse me swing.
Okay. Defensive?
Yes, very defensive. Like, oh, glad I fouled that one off.
Nate George, who's flown out to center and reached on a throwing error, stole a base and scored a run in the 3rd. Bottom of the 4th, 13-4 Bombardiers. There's a nice breaking ball, swing and a miss for Nate George.
Someone coming to your defense on the home run, and Umpire Pat Holland says rules are rules, Kevin.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean I have to agree with him. I just
If it's a walk-off home run at the end of the game, go crazy and all that, but,
Because there'll be 2 more home runs this year for Attleboro all season. I think they hit 2. Oh, yeah. Got another color commentator
It's
coming
the
up.
National Federation of High School Sports, which includes every state in this land where some of the southern states, they play oodles of games. That ball is popped up to the left.
8 miles high.
Yes, shortstop makes the catch. Sophomore Damian Carter, 1 out, 1 runner on, 13-4 Bombardiers, bottom of the 4th. Top of the, go ahead.
I was going to say, Negra's not throwing as hard as what Attleboro's been used to their first 2 bats. A bit of an adjustment here. They geared up for the fastball.
Yep.
Got to alter their swing a little bit, not go as long, shorten up the swing, and punch it through.
Ben Hawkwater is up, the left-handed hitting leadoff batter. The right fielder struck out looking. 2-run single to right field past the diving Evan Cornelius, their first baseman, and walked and scored in the 3rd. Looks at called strike 1. I think that was a breaking ball.
Yeah, kind of that breaking hook thing, that sidearm that he's throwing. So 1 out, 1 on, top of the order, Hawkwater. 1 for 2 with a walk. Single.
Breaking ball, stays with it, pops it into right center, base hit, heading towards 3rd base is Cooper Johnson. Runners at the corner, 1 out, base hit for Ben Hawkwater. 2nd hit of the game, plus a walk. Tell me again why they moved him to leadoff.
Exactly. I'll tell you what rule I do like.
All right.
Maybe you don't. I like the mercy rule.
Oh, so do I.
It allows the teams to steal, bunt, play small ball without running up the score.
Yeah.
Because it's 10 runs. It's a matter of fact, so you can play the game the right way.
Yep.
And no one's going to get mad. No one's going to hit anybody for doing something dirty.
Yes.
So that's the rule I do like. I'm surprised you like it, just because baseball and traditionalist.
Saving arms, all that. Swing and a miss, foul tip to Owen Tabor, who had a single to left and stole a base in the 1st. In the 2nd, he struck out looking. In the 3rd, he was hit by a pitch on the noggin and came around for an RBI. Bases loaded and came around to score. He swings and misses at the first pitch, a breaking ball. I'll tell you what I do. Oh, there goes, runner goes at first base. Lee fakes the throw, goes down to 3rd. Sliding back in time is Cooper Johnson. Stolen base for Ben Hawkwater.
Matter of fact, he didn't steal on the first one. I was like, see, if you're up big, you don't steal in this situation. But they are up big now, but you want to finish strong. Get to the mercy.
Yes.
If you can smell it, you want to taste it, Oh, that's a good one. I'll have to use that one again.
Denegris steps off the lawn. What I don't like is in football, if you have a 30-point lead in the 3rd quarter, they now have running time.
I don't like that either.
And because to me, that's a great time to put the subs in, give some kids some varsity experience. But because so many coaches showed so much poor sportsmanship and kept running up scores, they had to institute that rule. Called strike, breaking ball inside corner.
And I missed a pitch because I had the count 1-1. And
well, we've been entertaining ourselves a little bit here.
So I'm going to go with the count was 1 and 2, and he struck out looking.
And remember, Kevin, you leave the mistakes to me. So now there's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 13-4 Bombardiers. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, and the number 3 hitter, Danny Johnson's up. He's got 3 RBIs on the day. Hits that high, deep to right field with the wind.
He dropped
diving Lane can't make the catch. He didn't drop that. That was a diving catch.
Dove,
it didn't
catch his glove. That's clearly a double.
Yes, that is a double for 2 RBIs, 15-4 Bombardiers. Tremendous effort by Lane out there in right field. If that is Lane, there might be a sub.
But either way, 2 RBIs, and that gives Johnson 5 RBIs on the day to go along with a 3-for-4 hitting day. Makes the score 15-4. We are in the bottom of the 4th. That does put Attleboro in that situation where they can close out the game in the 5th.
2 more RBIs, and Christian Dane hit by a pitch. Dane, the cleanup batter, struck out swinging, had an RBI infield hit to the shortstop hole in the 2nd, and in the 3rd had a grand slam.
Grand slam and then followed up by a hit by pitch?
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. On a curveball, at least.
Yeah. No,
I doubt it.
The quick pitch earlier by the 2nd pitcher, Baldock, that was frustration. This by Denegris, I think that was just a curveball that got away from him. This brings up Jamie Block, who when you first told me he was going to UMaine Farmington, I couldn't see it. This is the second game I've seen him play. I can see it now.
And when we see him pitch too, he's a crafty lefty. He gets people out. He frustrates teams. It doesn't throw as hard as Saltmarsh, ball low, but he gets strikes. And he played in the fall, and Matt was the coach, and Matt was telling me he was the most effective pitcher this fall.
Wow.
You know, for the varsity fall team.
Man.
First and second, 2 outs for Jamie Block.
Plays the game right. Called strike.
At the knees.
Yep. Block. A double to left field and scored a run. Struck out swinging. Flow out to center field. And has made 2 really, really, really nice defensive plays today.
Yeah, he has scooped a few.
Yeah.
He scooped, 3. He scooped 2 and he jumped for
that's
1.
exactly. Slow breaking ball. That's a strike.
He knew that one.
Yep. 1 and 2.
If the one before it was a strike, that one's a strike. So 2 and 2 to Block.
15-4 Bombardiers, bottom of the 4th. And
2 runs in here in the 4th. Rod Beck on the hill.
Yeah. A little low. I should probably wait till the umpire calls that before I do, huh? 2 and 2.
Because we know they can hear us.
Yeah, especially when you're this close. Yeah. That was a famous day of Legion game we were doing 3 years ago. Do you think the umpires can hear us? Loud and clear, he said, as the pitch was on the way to the plate. Breaking ball, called strike, and Block knew it.
3 curveballs.
Wow. So that's the 3rd out of the inning, but the Bombardiers, 2 more runs on 2 more hits, and it is 15-4 heading to the top of the 5th on AACS.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Missed the button. What? You missed the button. We got that here.
You're on.
Oh, I'm on? Oh, I thought you were going back to commercial. Okay, we're back here for the top of the 5th inning. Billy Saltmarsh taking the hill for the top of the 5th. Has had faced a minimum 3 batters, aided by a double play after a base hit to right field last inning. Billy enters the 5th inning throwing 84 pitches here. So Milford will send up the 4, 5, 6 batters. And we are Milford's 5th inning. It's Milford's 5th inning, so the mercy rule, if Attleboro holds Milford to 0 or 1 runs, they will finish with a 10-run plus deficit, and thus the game will be over. So in essence, Billy Saltmarsh is going for his first win of the year and a complete game.
Thank you, Kevin. I just had a nice discussion with Pat Cornelius, father of Evan.
Oh, okay.
First time I've talked to him since we played football against each other in 1975.
And his son's up right now, who has walked and grounded out the short, 0 for 1 on the day. As he takes ball 1 on a fastball inside.
Ooh, there's a shot into left field. Sorry, continue, Kevin.
Oh, no, I was talking, I saw you doing some paperwork, but that was funny because I saw Tabor dove as he fall went under.
Yeah.
So good effort by Tabor, single.
Yep.
So lead man on, 1 on, ahead with Mr. Cornelius, sorry.
That is the just the 4th hit of the day for Milford.
Oh, now we have time to talk because I think Saltmarsh is coming out.
All righty.
On the 86th pitch. That's my guess. And he's getting hugs all around.
Yep.
But that was a well-hit ball.
So Billy Saltmarsh, you talk about persevering. He had a tough first couple innings.
Yes, he did.
And then even in the third inning, when he struck out four batters, they made him work extra hard.
And that drove up his pitch count.
Yep.
In theory, he could have been onto that with 12 less pitches or so. So they bring in, this looks like Johnny Pagano, number 15. Yep, we saw him. He was the starting shortstop last game.
Ooh, he throws it well.
He's good, hard thrower, good fastball. I played a decent shortstop. And he got on 3 times, twice hit by pitch, and walked against North Attleboro the other game. My first time seeing him pitch. Let's see if I got any stats on him, other than him being a hard thrower.
Well, you're looking that up. I was talking to Pat Cornelius, and when Pat played, because he was a hell of a player and could occasionally be a bit of a wild man. And I was telling him, it was a different age of the 70s, but I was telling him his son Evan, who's quarterback, defensive end on the football team, plays in the basketball team, and first baseman, he started every game last year and every game this year for Milford. And it's not just his talent that impresses me, but it's the poise and class that Evan Cornelius plays with.
Nice.
And I just wanted to compliment Pat on his sons playing that way. Now, back to Attleboro.
No, it's always great to hear that too from people playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not against the celebration of the home run, because it's not playing it the wrong way. It's not meant to show them up. If I ever thought that way, and I think you've known me long enough by now.
Yeah.
If I thought it was that way to run things up, it would be no. This is Pagano's second appearance. He's faced 9 batters. He struggled a bit in his first outing, but he's got that under him. He struggled more with the he only gave up a hit. It's just the walks, but he also struck out somebody. So. Again, it's a little bit easier to come into this situation. Don't worry about the mercy. It's not a 1-run game. It's a 9-run game. So it's go in, throw strikes, and it's so cliche, and I've used it so often. Trust your defense.
Yeah.
They are there. They are good. They've turned a double play. Obviously, Milford's going to do everything in their power to avoid that. You do not want that to happen. So you got the sophomore here. He's young, looking to make an impact right now.
Where's number 15? So it's 4 total innings for Billy Saltmarsh, the starter. And here comes number 17, Alex McCall, senior designated hitter.
We have 6 strikeouts and 5 walks for Bill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 6 and 5.
And just 3 hits, right?
Yeah, 4 hits now.
Oh, 4 hits. That was the 4th.
Yep, that was the 4th hit.
Okay, good.
By Cornelius. Attleboro defensively, Aiden Hawkwaters catching, Cooper Johnson at third, Tabor at short, Kelleher at second. They turned a double play last inning. Block at first. Danny Johnson, George, and Ben Hawkwater in the outfield. There's a shot deep to right center field, cut off by Nate George at center. Going to third base is Evan Cornelius, and a hard base hit by Alex McCall.
Greets Pagano's first pitch with a base hit. George does a nice job cutting it down, holding him to a single.
Yes.
And I think I just heard Pagano and Coach Pagano, and I agree with it. I heard him say, throw it, which means to me they're more than happy to give up the run. If they can throw him out stealing at second base, and then set up Pagano going from the windup with nobody on base. And it looks like we have a courtesy runner or a pinch runner.
Number 23, Brady Butler, a junior outfielder. Boy, that was first pitch swinging for Alex.
And we may never know if he's a courtesy runner or if he's replacing the DH.
Yeah.
But he's in the game right now, Brady Butler. Looks a little bit speedier than McCall.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that changes up their play call.
And this brings up freshman Ian Carter.
It's a tough day at the plate so far.
Yep.
Seeing just 7 pitches on the day and striking out twice. We've all seen those days.
Yes.
Runner not going.
Foul ball off of Hawkwater's shin pads. That's why they wear them. 0-1 to Ian Carter.
Yep. We've had games like that. It's he's a freshman.
Yeah.
And he's playing varsity, and you got to. And I've told some freshman softball parents this. I know, like, every game you play is a bonus at the varsity level. Anytime you can contribute, anytime the coach believes in you.
Yep. Breaking ball way out ahead of it. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 for Ian Carter from sophomore Johnny Pagano.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that Pagano now has a curveball.
Is that something new?
I don't know. I don't know if I measure what pitches he has.
By the way, when we were talking about that Sandlot League you put together during the pandemic, that 5-team Sandlot League was such a success, I missed a big point in that story, which we'll get to in a second. Big curveball, that's fouled off to the right.
Good job of fisting
a car driving through the parking lot just misses it. Count is 0-2.
Yeah, good job of fisting it off by Ian Carter on the 0-2 pitch.
And back in my day with a wooden bat, his hands would still be stinging.
And the bat would be broken.
Yeah. And this time, Christian Dane leaping over the fence to chase the foul ball. High, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ian Carter. Just the second ball Carter has seen at the plate in his third at bat. But anyway, I loved, there were 5 teams, and I love the name of your team, Callahan's Offenders.
Switched it to that halfway through the year.
Yes, the Offenders, because that's back when cancel culture was kind of just starting and everyone was offended by something.
Exactly.
Took a lot of guts to name your team then. Fouled back. The original name of the team was Callahan's Calamity.
You named it that.
1-2 remains the count to Ian Carter. But that was good. That was good level ball. Comparable to American Legion.
We had what saved it was the pitching, and we had all college commits pitching or future college commits pitching. And I'll tell you a nice little bonus that came out of the league that I would never have envisioned, which I'm absolutely thrilled about.
Your son's coaching.
No, it's not just him.
Curveball stays inside. 2-2 to Ian Carter. Yep.
Aiden Harding, coach of Team Harding.
Yep.
Was the North Attleboro freshman coach last year. Couldn't do it this year. Yep. So old varsity coach Paul Tobin's doing it this year while Harding finishes up his undergrad.
Wow.
Matt Elliott, of Coach Elliott.
Elliott's Excelsiors.
Was the freshman coach last year. Is going for his master's out of Anna Maria. I believe is living in Pennsylvania right now.
Wow. Fastball. Oh, that's hit deep to left field. Way back over the head. Ground rule double. So 1 run will score. It is 15-5 now. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out, and
we jinxed it.
And we jinxed it. A bomb by Ian Carter. And good for Ian, because he's had kind of a tough day at the plate and in the field.
So Aiden Hawkwater, the catcher, going out to talk to Johnny Pagano. Johnny's got what John has to do now is just understand the situation. Yeah. Relax, trust his stuff. Trust Aiden Hawkwater is a good defensive catcher, someone that he's known for a while, and work the count, work the pitches in and out, and trust yourself.
Throw strikes.
Yes.
So at second base is Carter. At third base is number 23, the pinch runner for McCall. That's Brady Butler. Stepping into the box is Tyler Lane, who'll be playing football at Bentley. He's grounded out to the shortstop. Struck out, but reached first base on a wild pitch. Went to second on a wild pitch, third on a fast ball before the inning finally ended. 15-5, top of the 5th. Fastball, strike inside corner.
Pagano going for the windup, probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Pretend there's nobody on base. Go for the windup, relax. You got a big lead, though, and a lot of pitchers sometimes they're more comfortable just going for the windup and just going with the mentality. I mean, Attleboro's not holding him on base.
Pagano winds. Curveball, back to Pagano. Fields it, holds the runner, throws to first, 1 out.
Did you see what he did there? He hopped off the mound.
Yeah.
He bobbled it. As he bobbled it and dropped, he looked back to see what the runner on third was doing. He was going to spin and go home. Froze him without the ball.
Yeah.
And got the out at first base. Heads up play on a good pitch that kind of jammed him. Now you got the 8-hitter coming up, Cole Forrest.
Well, his father's one of the assistant coaches, and that's the coach's son's play.
And this is not Cole Forrest. This is number 14, Nate Scudo.
Yep, Nate is the sophomore. By the way, Milford, Alex Dion, the head coach, who played at Westboro High with my nephew Anthony.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
Son of Big Brother Mike.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Just to finish up on the Sandline, so Matt Elliott could not be the freshman coach or the 312 American Legion coach this year. Matt stepped into the role
Your son, Matt Callahan,
as freshman coach. He's also going to be coaching 312 this year. So that little runoff league produced 3 coaches.
Wow.
They're more proud of that than all the college commits that went in. We had 10 colleges show up.
Wow. Ball to
Nate Scudo.
Yep.
Not Johnny Pagano, he's pitching.
Yes.
Can't throw the ball to himself. Not Bugs Bunny here.
Yeah.
So second and third with one out. Pagano from the windup, old school windup, going over his head.
Yeah.
With it.
Misses low. 2-0 to the pinch hitter, Nate.
I'm sure his big brother on deck is criticizing him.
Low and outside, 3-0. He wouldn't call it criticism. He'd call it toughening him up.
Exactly. Getting what he deserves.
It's a character builder.
Infield back for Attleboro.
15,
looking to get the out.
Yep, 15-5. Top of the fifth.
Block moves in a little bit on the grass at first.
Fastball strike. Called strike outside corner. Once again, it should let the ump do his job. Brian Berry behind the plate. Thomas Chase in the field.
Got an update from the Hawk after the next pitch if you're interested.
Yeah.
If you're not, oh well. It's coming anyway.
Johnny Pagano. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 3-2, full count. Yep.
And a marquee matchup, Taunton versus Franklin. Taunton 7, Franklin 5.
Wow, Franklin 3-0 going to that game. Taunton 2-0. The top two teams in the Hockomock Sports Hawk 5. North Attleboro at 3-0 is number 3, KP number 4, and Mansfield number 5. Breaking ball, called strike inside corner. Nice pitch by Johnny Pagano, the sophomore.
And like I said, he just seems a little bit more relaxed pitching from the windup. Good call, whether he did that on his own or the coaches said, relax, go from the windup, understand the situation. They don't need the mercy. That's a nice bonus.
And this is Nate, Nate, Grant Scudero.
That's going to be deep.
To right field on the run. Oh, diving and can't make the catch. It would have ended the game. Ben Hawkwater is off his glove. 2 runs have scored. Rats. And we'll call that a double to right for.
He's on third, triple.
Oh, triple for Grant Scudero. And if Ben could have held on to that, would have ended the game.
First pitch swinging.
2 RBIs.
And now top of the order.
And no one is more disappointed than the lovely Carol McLaughlin of the Quincy McLaughlins, as I will not be home anytime soon now.
Well, to be fair, if Attleboro scores a couple in the bottom of the fifth.
If the moon falls out of the sky, we know how this works. Sean Mcgee is up, looks at, called strike 1. Mcgee has walked and scored, struck out looking, flown out to center. And here we are on the top of the fifth. It's now 15-7.
A hush falls over the crowd.
Yeah, really. Check swing, ball high. 1-1. Well, everyone's bummed out. It's dinner time now, for crying out loud. It's 6:14. So we've been at this for 2 hours and 10 minutes now. Game started, 19 minutes late?
Yeah, a little after 4, like 4:05, right?
4:04 was the official first pitch.
So 1-1 the count with 2 outs, right? Runner on third.
Slow grounder. Charging is Johnson. Across the diamond in time.
Got him. I think that's the right call. It pulled Block towards the front of the bag, but Block held his foot on the base.
Whoa.
So we got some people upset on Milford.
Yeah.
So Milford scored 3 that inning?
Milford had 3 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left on base. And it is 15-6, right?
No, 7.
7. What am I missing?
4, 5, 6.
Oh, 15-7. Thank you.
Okay.
15-7 after 4.5 innings. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 5th on 1320 WARA and AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
All right, so Mcgee, by the way, I'm Paul Healy along with Ben. She's Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel on the technical crew. Peter Bray running graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. So Mcgee has moved from second base to the pitcher's mound.
Correct.
And it looks like at second base is Tony
Fonts, number 2, is the number I'm seeing.
Yep.
And I'm going to make the quick switch in the interest of time that he'll hit, he will not hit, and he'll be down in the pitcher spot.
Okay.
And everything will stay the same. McCall or a Butler will still a DH in the 5-hole.
So this is the 5th inning. Each team has had 5 at-bats now, so if the Bombardiers get 2 runs, it'd be over. Ground ball to the third baseman, moving to his left. Nice play by Ian Carter. Well, Ian Carter had a tough first 3-4 innings, or 3 innings. He's had a good last 2. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch.
And Keller had previously been 2 for 4 with an RBI, 2 runs scored, and reached on an error.
Yep.
Previously, it was 2 for 3.
Yeah.
Now he's 2 for 4.
This brings up Billy Saltmarsh, and he hits that to center field. So 2 pitches, 2 outs as Scudo makes the catch.
Attleboro came up aggressive here in the 5th inning.
Saltmarsh had reached on an error and scored, had a RBI double to left field and scored, and ground out to short. Now comes up Cooper Johnson, who's walked and scored, struck out swinging, and walked and scored.
Quick innings. I think he had to take a pitch there.
Yep.
You can't have a 3-pitch inning.
Called strike, low outside corner. Curve ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mcgee listed as an infielder, as we know, played second and a right-handed pitcher for Milford. He is the 4th pitcher for Milford.
This is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Cooper Johnson.
2 and 1.
It is 2 and 1, okay.
Attleboro has used 2 pitchers.
Foul down the third baseline. Coach Pagano makes no effort whatsoever
0 effort
at
for
it.
Pagano on that. I mean, he
No
looked at
Tommy
it.
points.
No, not a Tommy point. Billy even stepped out of the box. It's almost like he said no.
Really?
Like, didn't even question himself.
You want your coaches to set an example for these players.
You got to get down in front of it. You got to go after it. A little bit of hustle. You can't play the score, Dave.
Exactly. Low and outside. Very little give a crap factor there.
Yeah, I'm
frankly disappointed.
Disgusted, actually.
3 and 1?
3 and 2.
3 and 2.
4 and 2.
Oh, yeah, the foul ball. Ball 4. So first base, that brings up Nate George, who's flown out to center, reached on a throwing error, stole a base and scored, and popped out to shortstop.
George is one of those players, if he can find the gap, watch him run.
Yeah.
Him and Hawkwater, the 2 I want to see running the bases if I'm Attleboro.
Runner is going.
But hit him.
Hit him.
Oh, hit the bat.
Oh, foul ball. As it looked like George was dropping the bat on the inside pitch, and the ball hit it.
Are the hands part of the bat?
Pardon me?
Are the hands part of the bat? I hit the bat, but then,
No, it hit the bat.
yeah,
not
it
his
did.
hand.
It did hit the bat. There's nothing more frustrating trying to get out of the way than the ball hits the bat.
Yeah.
Let's see if Johnson's running again. Not running.
Inside pitch, lash to
Hit
left
well.
field.
Right at him.
Forrest makes the catch as we head to the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. It is the Bombardiers 15 and the Scarlet Hawks 7 on 1320 WARA and AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family?
Yes.
I'm looking for a clue.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
As a trained professional, I know what that dead air means. We're back. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Swell, darn it.
A lot of people lost track of the score. They should put some sort of scoreboard up somewhere. I don't know where, but
Yeah, you're right. It's a temporary field.
well, we say that, but then next
You
year
could even put up a mechanical scoreboard.
yeah, just something, hanging over the boards or something like that. And I'm laughing in advance when we call it the temporary field because this is an aberration that we haven't rained out yet.
Yeah.
And as soon as they build the new dirt field in 2 years, it's going to rain all spring, and they're just going to move the games from the dirt flooded field to here, where they can play the game. So it's. But we'll cross that bridge in a couple of years.
Damian Carter is up. The shortstop has flown out deep to center field, walked and scored, and had a base hit to right center. Here we're on the top of the 6th. It is 15-7. What was that ball one?
Ball high. At least you didn't burp.
Yeah, that was last game. Johnny Pagano on the mound, the right-handed sophomore. Way out in front of that swing. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Breaking ball.
Yeah, a little bit of movement on that ball.
Some of the parents were lamenting the failure to get the mercy score of the game.
They're looking at the scorebook like, can you change the rule? Swing and a miss.
1 and 2. That was like a slider kind of pitch, and they love their kids, but they've seen enough baseball for one day.
It gets cold in New England.
Yes.
And, Papa Hool not checking in today with the weather in St. Augustine, Florida. I wonder why. J.D. Martinez with a solo home run. For those of you not taping the game, if you are, don't listen. Strike 3.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Where the heck was that the first 2 batters you faced last inning? I'm not bitter.
Well,
we're giving it to the Paganos today, aren't we?
First the coach, now the kid.
Yeah, really.
Where's Drew?
You know how Drew got to college? Sitting next to the smart kids in high school. That's how he did it, for crying out loud. This brings up Keith Lee. Base hit to center field. 3 RBI double to right center in the 2nd, and then hit the ball too darn hard and ground into a double play in the 4th. Looks at a breaking ball, ball 1. Keith's just a sophomore.
Jeez, and he's got that DiMatteo build too.
Yep.
He's going to be a good one. Here he is a good one, not going to be.
Yeah.
He's going to continue to be a good one. Jeez,
Base hit right up the middle for Keith Lee. His 3rd hit of the game.
The guy just hit.
He might do something at Milford High. Well, that my brother John did at Westboro High in the late 60s.
Looks like we got ourselves a little courtesy runner for him.
Yeah, my brother started every single game at catcher from his freshman year through his senior year. Felt bad for Mike Stanton, his backup.
Mike Stanton, the former pitcher?
No, a different
No,
one.
I'm figuring.
No, this was the Mike Stanton who we called the Big Whack. Because that's what his father would say when the kids got in trouble. You want the big whack? Back then, folks. And the pickoff attempt is thrown away. It takes a bad hop off the fence. And the pitch runner.
Old friend Cam Phillips.
Is back in again. And he could have gotten to third on that.
I think he could have. And I'm going to go with Block's error on that one. But I
Really?
don't think he's. Well, you think it was on Johnny?
It might be the bad son, yeah.
It was bad son.
Okay,
Because I don't
E3.
think it was a bad throw. I mean, it was a little high. But
And they're
I
giving
think
Block sunglasses now.
Well, there's no pickoff moves coming now.
Yeah, right. 15-7 Bombardiers here in the top of the 6th. This is the song that never ends.
Hope my wife boils up some good hot dogs tonight, you know.
Yes, it goes on and on, my friends.
The gourmet that she is. But
Oh, God, listen to you.
Chris isn't listening, I don't think, right?
Hey, we'll make fun of the Paganos. I'm not making fun of your wife.
Good pitch.
Outside edge, strike on the corner to Evan Cornelius, who was walked, grounded out to short, and had a single to left field and scored a run in the 5th.
And whose father got reacquainted with you back in
Yes.
the 3rd or 4th inning.
Played against each other in high school football back in the day. He was a star. I made the team.
Hey.
Breaking ball.
Pitch.
Got the outside corner again. Is that 2 strikes?
0-2.
Yep.
So 0-2. Pagano with 1 out.
Yep.
Runner on second. They're keeping him close to second base. They're in and out between Kelleher and Tabor. Kelleher, the second baseman. Both pull away.
Pagano soft tapper to the first, the pitcher. Pagano throws to first to record the second out. That's disappointing to Evan's dad, Pat, who he wanted to see Milford get out of the mercy situation so his kid could have one more at bat.
Pinch runner. I'm drawing it. Cameron Phillips moves up to third,
third base.
on that soft roller back to the mound.
So number 2 is in now, hitting. Tony, do I have an extra L in there? Yes, Tony Fonts, not Flauntz. Fonts.
Yeah, Fonts. Yeah.
Yes, he is a junior utility player, left-handed batter. Looks at ball 1 inside. So he's hitting for the designated hitter McCall. So when he did come into pinch run last time, that was.
Oh, so he stayed in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, we never know with the courtesy runners for the DH.
Yeah. That's low, 2-0 to Fonts.
So that's Fonts. Okay, so they lost their designated hitter, is all that means now.
Yeah. Well,
no big deal there. Because the pitcher's hitting.
Yeah.
Mcgee.
Yeah.
All right, so we got.
Yeah, so he's
1-0.
playing second base now. Yes.
Yes.
2-0. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball for Johnny Pagano. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm all set. I've done my stats. I've done my counts. I've done. Okay. Here we are.
What happened to the crowd?
Yeah.
They're all still here, but nobody's making any noise.
They're all lamenting the loss of the mercy rule.
Yes, I know it. It's going to be an early night. Fastball stays up.
No, it does not.
Call strike.
Call
2 and
strike.
2.
2. Umpire obviously dismayed by the lack of a mercy rule. That takes it out on the Milford. No, he warned the Milford coach for arguing balls and strikes, which you're not supposed to do.
I disagreed with him as well. He didn't yell at me, thank heavens.
And have you noticed we both lowered our voice?
Yes. Again, Paul, wait for the ump to call the pitch. That's his job. Breaking ball, swing and a miss as Pagano comes back to get the third out.
2 strikeouts in the inning for Johnny, and a stranded runner at third.
So so that's Pagano's 3rd strikeout overall.
Yes.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. It is Attleboro 15, Milford 7 as we head to the bottom of the 6th on AACS 15 Sports.
Sweet strawberry icing. You were strolling along in goodwill when just past that mid-century side table and denim jacket you spotted them, nestled in their display case. Miniature donut earrings. Oh, yes! Yes! Your favorite half-breakfast pastry, half-all-day dessert food, made into your favorite form of ear candy. Oh, my. Those bejeweled sprinkles have satisfied some unknown hunger within you. Shh. Do you smell that? That's the sugary scent of shopping success. For this is Goodwill. And with every item you buy, you fund local job training and more. So go forth. Bring home those donut earrings. And bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
We're back.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Thanks as well to Dave Angel setting up the camera pregame. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. So as we head to the bottom of the 6th, the Bombardiers have 15 runs on 10 hits, 3 Milford errors. Attleboro's left 4 on. Milford has 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 Attleboro error. The Scarlet Hawks have left 6 runners on. For Attleboro, number 1, Ben Hawkwater's up. Looks at...
Oh, that hit him.
That bounced and hit him.
Yeah, but anytime you get hit,
Yep.
and still a hit by pitch. And that's his 4th time on base.
Wow. And why did they move him to lead off today?
He scored 3 runs, has 3 RBIs, a stolen base, and officially 2 for 3 on the day with 2 walks.
Actually,
Not bad for Ben Hawkwater.
1 walk, 1 hit by pitch,
Oh,
right?
You're right.
So 15-7 Bombardiers. Looking at ball 1 is Owen Tabor, who has had a base hit to left field, stole a base, and was stranded in the 1st. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Was hit by a pitch in the head for an RBI in the 3rd. And then struck out looking again in the 4th. Diving back, even though there was no throw, was Ben Hawkwater.
Mcgee did the step off. I'm not taking any chances. And I think Hawkwater gets the bigger lead.
Hawkwater's going to go.
Now we better get back.
Popping this straight up. Evan Cornelius, the first baseman, heads for it, but that's going to go out of play. So is that
1-1?
1-1 to Owen Tabor, playing shortstop today. Any idea on Evan Hool, who suffered a displaced kneecap in the basketball season?
Yeah, I'm hearing maybe another week or 2. So maybe
Really?
after the vacation, he might be back.
Wow.
So,
Quick healing.
hopefully.
Runners going again. Ball is
He's gonna
low.
go third. Oh, he slid.
Yeah. We calling that a stolen base or a
I'm
wild
going to go
pitch?
stolen base because I think he
Okay.
would have got it. So
All right.
had he gone to third, then we're going stolen base and
Wild
then maybe
pitch.
a wild pitch.
Okay. Two
That's
ball.
kind of. I'm sorry. That's kind of pulling in Ben's speed and the type of pitch it was.
Yep.
And it was a curveball, low. I think he would have made it.
2 balls. Whoops. 1 strike.
There's that pitch that's been a strike all day, right on the outside corner.
Yep.
Looked like so 2-2 to Tabor. 1 for 3 on the day for Tabor, and an RBI and a run scored. Stolen base too.
Yeah.
Hawkwater with a good lead at second base.
Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Strike 3. Tabor dashes to the dugout. 1 out, 15-7. Bottom of the 6th. Bombardiers lead. This brings up Danny Johnson, who's knocked in 5 runs today. In the 1st, he struck out swinging. In the 2nd, he had a 2-run double to left center. In the 3rd, an infield hit for an RBI. And in the 4th, a double to right field that knocked in 2 runs. That first pitch was a strike.
Swing and strike low. It's kind of that long swing. Let me try and tie it up. Go back to the simpler swings. Remember what got you to the 15 runs.
Actually, this isn't. Danny Johnson's a left-handed batter.
Yeah, so this is a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
But nobody. Oh, is Johnny Pagano?
Can't see the number.
Can't see the number, but it's 1-1.
Yeah. Breaking ball. Called strike.
And we'll get a number on it. It's
Yep. This is amazing where our table is and the way he's standing.
we can't see his number.
We can see every part of the uniform.
I think it's Johnny, but I don't know who he. I guess.
Yeah.
It's
number 6.
We're way off. And that would be
Parker Sackett.
Parker Sackett. Okay.
And check swing, so it's 2-2 to Parker.
Okay, that wouldn't have made sense if it was Pagano. Then we would have to do all sorts of stuff with our book.
Yes.
So 2-2 to Parker Sackett.
He's probably in at left field as well.
That would be easy for us.
Yeah. Breaking ball. Oh, that's hit hard.
And
Will it
fair.
stay fair? Yes, it does. By the left fielder Forrest all the way to the wall. Scoring is number 1. Ben Hawkwater, his 4th run of the game. 16-7.
RBI double for Parker Sackett.
Wow.
A lot of people getting off the old Schneid here. Christian Deem. Hey, hold on 1 second.
And that's a double. Oh.
Yeah.
Then what happened to Danny Johnson?
That's Dame on second? What happened to,
How did Christian Dame get on?
That was him that hit the double.
Well, Christian Dame is 4th in the lineup.
And now blocks up.
So what happened to Danny Johnson?
I'll find
I think
out.
they batted out of order.
I'm not sure. I think we
Deep to left, and a running catch is made by Forrest out there. I believe that's still Forrest.
Yeah.
Number 14. If that's 14, that's Scudo.
Oh yeah, he went in for Cole Forrest.
Okay. So that's Scudo with a catch in left field. Attleboro hit out of order that inning.
I'm gonna get this squared away. Either that or we both missed something. Oops. I'm unplugged anyway.
Yep.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports.
Okay.
Attleboro got away with batting out of order, right?
No, we both missed it.
What did we miss? Okay.
Okay, so we were right with Hawkwater. He walked.
Yeah.
We were right with
hit by a pitch.
Hit by a pitch. Sorry. We were right with Tabor.
Striking
out. And then Sackett pinch hit for Johnson. The 3-hole struck out on a check swing.
Oh, okay.
We both missed it. That was Christian Dean that hit a double to complete his single home run double day with an RBI. That gives him 6 RBIs on the day.
Where did the double go?
And then block 2 left field to score the run.
Oh, that's right.
And there's Johnny that starts off this inning. Top of the 7th to Ian Carter with a ball. Carter 1 for 3 with a double himself. We both missed it.
Okay.
We were accused of talking too much.
Yeah, having too much fun.
I'm like, well, if you guys had finished the game like you were supposed
Really?
to.
God. So this is number 1 up for the Milford Scarlet Hawks,
Ian
Justin
Carter.
Lucchini. And
So Lucchini, the senior,
so it is 16
to 7.
to 7. Attleboro with now 16 runs on 11 hits.
Ball low, 2-1 to the pinch hitter Lucchini, senior, wearing number 1.
Yep.
Going up against sophomore Pagano. 34 pitches into the game for Pagano.
Hitting for Ian Carter. Open stance, left-handed batter, shoots that up the middle. Oh, one-handed stab by the shortstop. Tabor fires across the diamond. That gets a star in the scorebook. 6-3, nice play.
You know what that play reminded me of? Attleboro Taunton when Tim was up and he hit the.
The
we thought it was
bullet.
going to go right up the middle,
Yep.
and it's in the lefty,
Yep.
and somehow it spun back towards the shortstop, who stepped on second through the first for a double play. But same thing, Tabor spun back towards him right there through the first for the out.
That was the Division I playoff game?
Yeah, at the Brockton Rock Stadium.
Yeah.
Against Taunton.
This brings up Tyler, we think. Yeah, that's Tyler Lane. Tyler's ground out to short. Struck out, but reached on the wild pitch and grounded back to the pitcher.
Starts off with a curveball that drops low, maybe a little bit in as well.
Yep.
So we're sure this is still Tyler Lane batting?
Yeah, the numbers check out. Number 12. Fastball lofted way up in the air to right center field. Calling on it is the right fielder. That's Ben Hawkwater with the catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
How did we both miss?
I know, really.
That, or I'm going to have to go back and watch this.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Bing. You
no-
score that E-broadcasters in your book.
a double error.
Yeah.
Well, no need to root for the mercy now. Now we just got to root for the third out.
The third out, exactly right. I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Callahan. Swing and a miss.
To number 14,
Nate Scudo. Strike 1. Kevin works during the day. From 9 till noon, I host Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat on 1320 WARA and WARAradio.com. Called strike, outside edge, 0-2. I know Milford has their own station, WMRC.
But they're not here.
Yeah, if you want to give a different kind of radio show a shot. When it's good, it's very good. When it's bad, it's utter drivel. But we are never average on Pontificating with Paul. 9 till noon, Monday through Friday. That pitch is low and stops right in front of our table here.
Good
1-2.
hustle by Grant Scudo getting that ball. Thank you, Grant.
A lot of sportsmanship here today. Again, Attleboro coached by Steve Dunley, who was an outstanding pitcher himself. Strike 3, and sportsmanship means a lot to him. And the same with Milford's coach, Alex Dion. So a strikeout. Good job there by Pagano coming in to end it. For Milford, they're going to end up with 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 Attleboro error, 6 runners left on base. For Attleboro, 16 runs on 11 hits. Is that right, Peter? Yep, that's what he's got, 16 runs on 11 hits. And I've got 4 Attleboro runners left on base. Wow, long day, Kevin. You get the final thoughts.
Real quick, they switched dugouts. It was a must-win.
Yes.
They wanted to change the mojo. They battled back down 4-0 to come all the way back and win this game big.
Yeah.
Going away. An important game for Saltmarsh to stay in the game, pitch as well as he did.
Yes.
Important game for Pagano on his second varsity outing ever. Only 44 pitches. And important for the Attleboro team to hit the way they did. They hit with authority today. They hit the ball hard. They limited the strikeouts.
Yes, they had 5 runs in 3 games on the season coming in. They scored 6 in the third inning, second inning, 7 in the third inning. Both those innings beat their output coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
4 runs scored by Ben Hawkwater. We're going to give our Player of the Game award to Danny Johnson. 5 runs batted in on a 2-run double to left center.
Can we do Co? How about Christian Dame? Grand Slam.
Oh, good point.
RBI double and 6 RBIs for him.
Okay, you know what?
I think Co.
With all due respect to the Johnson family, to hell with you, Danny
He
Johnson.
also had 4 hits.
I know.
3 hits
Christian Dane. Fine, we'll split it between Danny Johnson and Christian Dane. But anyway, Johnson with a 2-run double, the infield hit for an RBI, and then the 2-run double to right field to knock in a couple. Christian Dane had a base hit to this hole, the shortstop, for 1 run knocked in the second. A grand slam home run.
Bomb.
Yes, a
No doubt
bomb to
about
left field in the 3rd inning, and then a double, which Kevin and I missed, in the 6th inning. So there it is, the Bombardiers 16, the Milford Scarlet Hawks 7. Thank you so much for joining us on AACS 15. Yep.
We'll see you Wednesday for Attleboro softball.
Yes,
I don't know if you have a game tomorrow.
Yes, girls softball. No,
Yep.
that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us on AACS 15 Sports.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.